Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast on drugs, addiction, and dumb shit.
When I was first getting really excited about Oxycontin, I did sell my Chromax records. Among like a lot of other records as well. But yeah, I sold Age of Quarrel and the demo bootleg before the Age of Quarrel.
I am going to try to get Ray to say the word. And basically the contestants are going to try to get the other contestant to say the word in 60 seconds. Me and Ray, this is just a demo. You ready, Ray?
Yep. Oh, they say it at the end of the podcast.
Toodles for Chris.
There you go. We've been there multiple times trying to get clean.
Rehab?
The other one, the beginning. Fresh beginnings.
45
one day.
seconds.
And then Steve-O and I, we go on tour in Australia, and Steve just can't get the story of the prison pocket out of his mind. So he goes, "Yo, Vinny dog, could we recreate the prison pocket?" And I'm not gonna say no to camera time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ladies, gentlemen, friends, dopes, we welcome you to DopeyCon 500. Let's have a cheer. What you are about to witness is a dramatic reenactment of the Dopey podcast. Imagine, if you will. It is July of 2016. We are on Grand Street on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, where Dave and Chris are recording the 39th episode of Dopey entitled Cocaine, Seizure, and Singing. Please welcome to the stage, in the role of Chris, Jason Biggs, and in the role of Dave, Hank Azaria.
What's up, Dopey verse?
Hi, everybody.
Do we need to set this up a little? We're recreating an iconic conversation between Chris and Dave, is what's happening here, that you may have heard.
This is this is from an early episode, where they get into, well, should we give it, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to give it away. Yeah, let's
not spoil it.
Let's just do it. All right, shall we?
He's Chris and I'm Dave.
Okay. Here we go. So, Dave was very upset. When we do the show, we get chocolate to eat. We either get thin bark or bark thins or whatever the fuck it's called, or 2 bars of dark chocolate. And so Dave was just very upset because he looked at the bars of chocolate he got, and one of them is like this dark chocolate with like peppers in it, like canine pepper or something.
Dude, it's spiced chili. Doesn't say canine peppers. That's the way you pronounce cayenne?
Cayenne? Is that what it's called? Canine.
Cayenne.
It's cayenne? All right, let me see what's on the back here. Organic chili extract.
It's chili pepper.
Do you like Chili's, the restaurant?
I love that old commercial.
Which one?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's, baby back around.
I'm surprised they still don't run that because that was so fucking huge.
I'm gonna do I want my baby back part, and you do the Chili's part.
No, I'm not doing that.
All right, well, you do the I want my baby back part, and I can do the Chili's part.
Okay. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
No. Lower. You'll do it lower.
I want my
baby back. Lower voice. Not like this. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
I can't. I'm a tenor or an alto or a soprano.
Well, I'll do the bottom part. You do the top part.
I'm not the top either. I hang out in the mid range.
Dude.
With mid frequencies.
Dude, just put some bass in your voice.
Baby back, baby back, baby back. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Chili's.
Okay, good. You do that part. Fine, there you go. I want my baby back, baby back.
Chili's.
No, that's not where it comes in. All right, you do the baby back part. Just do it.
All right. I want my baby back, baby back.
Stop laughing. Just do it.
Literally, I can't. It's going to be impossible for me not to laugh.
Just do it.
All right.
please.
I got to do this. My dog is dead. All right. All right, are you ready?
What, your dog?
Yeah.
You had a dog?
Yeah.
And it died?
Yeah, it was a Portuguese. Oh, dude. This is a story I got to tell, all right?
No.
It was a Portuguese water dog. No. Trust me. I got to tell this story. It's a good one. It was a Portuguese.
No, we're doing the Chili's thing.
All right. Fine. But we got to get back to my dog.
All right, just tell the dog story.
All right, great. Then we'll get back to Chili's, all right? So we had this dog. His name was Hoodie, right? And he was a Portuguese water dog. They look kind of like poodles. And this breed of dog is supposed to be one of the best breeds in the entire world for swimming. They used to, bring in the fishing nets, or something, right? But our fucking dog was terrified of the water. He wouldn't go near it. He was really scared of it. And when I was...
The dog's name was Chili's.
No. His name was Hoodie. And he wouldn't go in the water, okay? And I was a little punk dick kid, So I put a bone on the raft in our pool, and I put it near the edge of the water, right? So it was just out of his reach, and I was teasing him with it, right? And then all of a sudden, he fucking falls down, starts shaking and foaming at the mouth. So we rushed him to the hospital.
So you traumatized Hoodie.
And then the doctor was like, it turns out your dog has epilepsy. His fits are triggered by stress, so you can't tease your dog, ever. So my friends would come over after that, and they'd start playing with him, and they'd kind of start teasing him, and I'd be like, whoa, you cannot tease Hoodie.
How would they tease him?
You know what I mean. They would they just kind of hold the toy and pull it away from him.
Because they wanted to see him have a seizure.
No, they're just playing with the dog, normally, but people tease dogs, sort of, friendly. And anyway, I'd be like, you can't tease Hoodie. He has a condition.
So, how did he die?
Cancer.
Can we do the song?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
No, not how it goes.
Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
Stop it. Stop. You go, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. And you have to go back to the I want my part. I'll tap you when you get to that part.
All right. Okay. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back.
You do not do it right.
Come on, dude, just do it.
Do you know the top part?
I want my baby back, 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 baby back. I want my baby.
Can you just do this?
I can't fucking finish it. I just keep picturing the hundreds of people listening to this.
Nobody's listening. They're not listening.
Yeah. I feel like this would be a good sleep podcast. We could just do an hour of I want my baby back.
I just want to do the please. Do you want to do the top part?
Last time. This is the last time we're gonna try. No, I'm gonna get it. I don't think I could do the top part. All right, here we go. Ready? I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Baby background.
Barbecue sauce. That's it. I mean, we're not going to get it better than that.
I agree with that.
What's up, y'all? You might know me as Jake from West Virginia. This is the first time, and many years I've played music in front of anybody, but y'all are a very special crowd, and I'm honored to be here. Tune on into the Dopey Show if you're super high or feeling low. If you need a friend, you know where to go. Tune on into the Dopey Show. If you're a junkie captain on a river boat or a battery thief at a Rite Aid store, if you're just about to give up hope, tune on into the Dopey Show. From hooping shooters and smoking crack to recovery and the long road back, we got Joey Pepper and the Great Cormac. Thanks for listening, come on back. To Singapore, miss our friends who ain't here no more. See 'em over on the other shore. Tune on into the Dopey Show if you're super high or feeling low. If you need a friend, you know where to go.
Let's hear it for Jake and Hank and Jason. It's very, very... Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast on drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. The special 500th episode of Dopey, which is, it's very emotional, right? Fucking Hank and Jason doing me and Chris, it's an out-of-body experience. And I think this whole show is just for me. I want to make that clear. I'm like, Jake, you think you could do the fucking Dopey Show song? Because, if I'm making the 500th episode at home, I'm using the Dopey Show for that one. And Jake's like, I'll come. And I was like, what could we do? And I was like, maybe my actor friends could do me and Chris doing baby back ribs, and then Lewis, my brother-in-law, he's like, no, you need Hank and Jason to do that. And they agreed to do it, and it blows me away. Obviously, I'm beyond emotional and excited and grateful to have everybody here. My dad's here. Linda, where's Linda? Is she here? She was here. She might have left and gotten something to eat. Linda's in the back. Fucking beach bums in the front. Dopey Nation in the middle. Fuckos from Long Island on the side. Glamorous influencers who are totally fucking late on the side. Not good. Howie. Let's hear it for Howie. Howard Bucksbaum. And before, we have a lot to do. I was going to tell a whole story. Should I tell a story or should we do something else? I'm going to tell a story. It's a funny story. And I've told this story on the show, but there's an ending to the story. Many years ago, Linda was like, I don't want to cook, go out and get Mexican food. So I said, okay. So I go to Salsa, which is a below average Mexican food establishment in Bayport, Long Island. And I buy a bunch of Mexican food, and I get into the car, and I put my key into the ignition, but the car won't start. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm jamming the key into the ignition and it won't start. And I'm not a great driver. I don't know much about cars or automotive shit. And I'm just jamming it in there. And I see two mechanics sitting outside of the pizzeria right in front of me. So I grabbed the mechanics and I said, dude, I can't get my car to start. And they looked at me like, who's this fucking guy? On Long Island, if you can't get your car to start, you're not a real man. But anyway, the guy gets in the car and he's trying to turn it, he's jamming it, he's like, I can't get it to start either. And I was like, fuck. And then he's like, is this the key? And I was like, yeah, it's the key. And then he sees another key in the door and he goes, well, I think this might be the key. And I was like, oh, fuck, because we had two Subarus that were Subaru Outbacks. He gives me the other key, the car starts, I thank him very much, and I drive away. And I look in the back of the car, and our baby seat isn't in the car. And I call Linda, and I'm like, Lynn, did you take the baby seat out of the car? And she's like, no. And I was like, holy shit, I don't think this is our car. And I start driving back, and there's a big book of Alcoholics Anonymous sitting next to me, and I was like, that's not my big book. I don't travel with a big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm not that sober. Anyway, I get back to the parking lot, and there's this woman like this next to an identical Subaru Outback, silver, 2008 or something. I don't know. And she goes, you just stole my car. And I said, I know, I'm sorry. And she goes, well, I'm in the program too. And I said, well, I see a big book. And she's like, right on. And I get in the car and I drive home and I told the story on the show. And everybody was like, this is such a funny story. A month ago, our meeting celebrated its 13th year. And where's Stephanie? Stephanie, are you here still? Stephanie, stand up. Stephanie says to me, oh yeah, Dave, that was my car you stole 5 years ago. And so that's the Subaru car story. Now, we have a really, really exciting show, and we need to thank our sponsors first. This show is presented by Mountainside Recovery. And if you don't know about Mountainside, it's where I met Chris. I can do the whole stupid commercial. They have a full continuum of care, blah, blah, blah. If you're fucked up and you want to go to Connecticut, go to Mountainside. Twan works at Mountainside. Dina works at Mountainside. John Jones, the prophet John Jones. Raise your hand, John. Wave to the people. He wants to hear from you. Thank you, Mountainside, for being our title sponsor and for creating, in some weird way, if you told people that Dopey was your podcast, it wouldn't be that wrong. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't be that wrong. Now, we have other sponsors too. Release Recovery with Zack Clark. Where's Zack? Zack came in. He's in the show. Say hi to Zack. He wants to be watching the Mets Phillies, but he's not. And sorry. Let's go. I don't care either way. I don't care who wins. I'll say let's go Phillies to upset the Long Islanders. I don't care. All I care is that the Knicks preseason starts tomorrow. That's all I care about. All right, Redemption Recovery. Where's Brandon Novak? Fucking longtime Dopey legend, Brandon Novak. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Fucking Another Shot, the play. They're doing a fucking raffle. Put your name in the cup and maybe you'll get a spot. The good folks at SoberLink, sign up with, where's CC? CC signing people up at SoberLink. Wellbridge, I don't know if they showed up. Is Wellbridge here? We're very grateful to Wellbridge. And where's Britt? My good friend Britt from Philly Unknown. He brought Narcan. He's doing good in Philadelphia. He's at every Dopey thing. He's helping out junkies. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Would I forget anybody? Fucking Big Vision. They didn't show up, but they threw down money, so thank you, Big Vision. And of course, the good people at the Phoenix. Where's Grant? Oh, the Phoenix squad is in the house. So that's the sponsors. We're going to, and Inner Realms. This show is also, I don't want to tell anybody who's really sober, it's also sponsored by an ibogaine clinic in Canada. But don't tell the real rehabs about that. All right. Anyway, let's start the show. Where is John Joseph? John Joseph of the Cro-Mags. John, where's your book? I need your book. Get me the book. Give me one. The new one, please. Let's hear it for John. Oh, shit. Let's change that. Let's hear it for John Joseph of the Cro-Mags. We'll do it after. And John has been on the show 3 times, Dopey legend. No, 3. 3. 3. Not 3?
Appreciate everything you do, bro.
I think he needs a mic. Does we have a mic for John? I'll sit close to you. There should be a mic for John Joseph, but I'll sit next to you. Oy, 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 oy. Now, John Joseph is, I'm going to say this. He's an amazing lead singer. He's an author, but he's a horrible drug addict.
Hey.
Would you say that's fair?
23 years ago, I was.
So do you not introduce yourself as a horrible drug addict?
Not anymore.
Okay, well, I'll introduce you. He asked me to blurb his book, so I need to can I read the blurb?
Sure.
John Joseph has done it again. Destroying monsters is a hardcore 1-2 punch against addiction. Joseph offers up his tumultuous history of childhood trauma, substance abuse, and crime, and combines it with a ridiculously accessible method of recovery. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So, and who here has heard one of John's episodes of the show? That shit is fucking serious business. Now, what made you write the book, John?
I was going through a lot with my brother, Frank, my younger brother. We grew up in really bad foster homes, and he was never able to deal with it. And I found my path through music, and I was a monk, Hare Krishna monk, for almost 3 years, and plant-based athletics, but he went the other direction, which is, you know, cocaine, pills, drinking. So I was, I knew he was dying. We knew he didn't have much longer to go, and so I started writing this book as a way to help people, but also channel what I was dealing with. And right in the middle of the book, writing this book, he died. And I got the call. I have a home in Florida, and I couldn't get a flight, nothing. And so I had to process that by writing about his life. So I skipped the second chapter, and I wrote through the night the second chapter of this book, which is all about his life and what we went through in the foster homes. And I was on the streets, 76, trafficking heroin, got locked up, did 2 years upstate, you know, and just my writing teacher, Robert McKee, you know, says there's 5 parts to story design. And it's the inciting incident, progressive complications, crisis, climax, resolution. So our inciting incident was the night my father broke into the house, who was a professional boxer, and tried to murder my mother. And the state, she became an addict, and the state took us away. And, you know, it was just really a rough upbringing, and, you know, being on the streets and all the craziness. But as I said, I was able to find my path in life. And my brother he was a veteran of the Navy, and he got hurt, and they did multiple operations on him and gave him Mercer. And I kept telling him, like, my father abandoned 3 children and was violent. He went from being a professional boxer, boxing under Customato, this promising southpaw, to like becoming a bag man and beating people up for the Irish mob. And the craziest thing happened. Frank went up. They had to detox him at the Finger Lakes VA to do the surgery. So they were getting ready to put him in a medically induced coma. And the nurse walks in. We hadn't seen my father since I was a kid. And the nurse looks at my brother's chart, and she says, Frank McGowan, are you any relation to John McGowan? And my brother says, yeah, John Joseph McGowan from the Cro-Mags. And she said, no, John Emil McGowan. And Frank looked at her and said, that's my father. And why are you bringing him up? And she said, John Emma McGowan is your father. And he said, yeah, what's up? Why are you asking me that? She says, I'll be right back. She goes in the other room and she comes back and she says, what's your mother's maiden name? Marie Petak. I'm Czech and Irish. My dad's from Ireland. What's your brother's name? Eugene and John. Her jaw just drops and she said, your father's dying in the room next to you, and he wants to send the priest in to beg for your forgiveness. And my brother wasn't about forgiveness. He said, tell him to go fuck himself and burn in hell for what he did to my mother. You know, I was born out of a rape. He was born out of a rape. And, you know, you can't make that kind of, like, if I wrote that in a movie, nobody would believe it. The suspension of disbelief is just, it's incredible. And my father died there, and we didn't even know he was in the military. Like, we knew nothing about him other than he was a boxer. And she gave my brother his final possessions in a paper bag. Nobody claimed the body, nothing. And they gave him his clothes by mistake, and he looked in the bag, and it was nothing but a pair of filthy sneakers, filthy pants, a filthy T-shirt, and a half a pack of Camel non-filters. He ended up homeless, destitute, and I said to my brother, I said, that's God holding up a mirror and showing you, like, this is
what's going to happen.
You're going down this same path. Like, what the fuck are the odds, like, of Dad being in the room next to you dying? And, you know, it just didn't sink in. His girlfriend died of an overdose in his arms. He spun out. I took him to the VA on 23rd and 1st. I did intervention after intervention. The day before 9/11, I did an intervention on him. And I got him in a rehab by the Morrison family, Alex, Amy, that whole crew, Joey, tough guys from, like, one of the few people that were on the streets of Alphabet City that was white back in the day that nobody fucked with. Like, very tough family, but they're in recovery, and they had a bed for him, and then he was supposed to leave on 9/11, and the fucking planes hit, and he had to detox on my couch for like 3 weeks. And we just relived all the pain. And I called my mother, and I was like, fuck you. You chose your boyfriends over us. And she was begging me to stop. You know, she goes, you don't know the whole story. And that's when she told me that she only planned to have my brother, my older brother, and that she left him, and he broke in and raped her. And that's how I was born. And he did the same thing again with Frank. So she was suicidal and taking pills and trying to raise 3 kids, and the state took us away and put us in these bad foster homes and in the streets and all the rest of it. But I found my path through music. I got to meet the Bad Brains in 1980. I was telling somebody before, my buddy that Travis, I got out of lockup and I went into the military. I caught another case, and they gave me military or back to prison. So I chose the military, and I went to boot camp. We caught a hop flight at Fort Hamilton, and I went to boot camp. I smoked 5 bags of dust and went to boot camp. I had no intention of getting clean. They dropped me off at fucking Great Lakes. It's 30 below zero in January. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the fucking recruiters are just yelling at you. And, I went to Norfolk, and they didn't piss test back then. So I was fucking doing every drug. I was smuggling drugs on the ship, going to Jamaica, bags of Quaaludes, and I got popped. And I was facing, like, serious time.
But why did you write the book, John?
To help.
Why did you write the book?
He's reeling me in. I'm getting the hook. He's like, all right.
That's enough, John.
My
Come
girl's
on.
always
They
like,
heard the episode. What
stay
are we doing?
focused. You're fucking
Stay
long-winded.
focused, John.
I wrote the book as a way to process the grief, really, but also I think anybody can learn from this story, because if a fuck up like me can get clean, I got 23 years now, no alcohol.
Hold on. Either tell them the fake acid story or the Oreo fucking spit sandwiches.
Oh yeah, so we went to this foster home. These people were they were so warped. So we get there, it was this Italian family. She had a big...
On Long Island, right? A Long Island
Deer
family.
Park. Big fucking hairy mole under her nose. And the first morning's breakfast, she scraped the filling off of the Oreos, and she didn't like the filling. She spit it into a bowl and put it on green molded bread. So we had to steal the dog's food, but that was one of my gigs, surviving on the street. So I was in St. John's Home for Boys.
And it's fucked up that I think that's a good story. So I apologize. While I was at home watching TV, eating cookies, we couldn't come from more opposite ways, but...
You know what? When I see Oreo cookies to this day, I'm traumatized, but,
Listen, I appreciate you coming. This is our Dick Cavett segment. We got to move on. We got to get to Kimber. But I love John Joseph. The book is Destroying Monsters. It's all about getting better. You're a fucking hero.
This guy, listen, this guy's doing God's work, man. How did we meet?
I stalked you on the internet. I stalked you on Instagram.
I was like, who is this fucking freak?
I wrote you 100 times until you came on. And thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to be back in Chelsea, right?
I'm here all the time.
Well, it's nice to have you back in Chelsea.
Chelsea's dope.
Kimber King, come on down. She's scared. You move down a chair. She's gonna come on up. Let's hear it for John. Kimber, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Kimber's very nervous, so look at her with judgmental eyes. I don't know. Yo. Yo.
Hey, take that. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Kimber.
Dopey Nation. I drove 282 miles to get screamed at Dave as soon as I walked through the door.
You were late though. You were 10 minutes late.
Online, the doors open at 4, 5, 5:30. There was no set time.
I said come at 3:30. Doors open at 4. At 4:15, I text you. She's at the hotel. Oh, we just got to the hotel. That's fantastic. I can't handle that kind of neurotic fucking shit. All right, but Kimber has been a new fucking backbone of our show. Kimber, just tell John what happened to you while you're on the show. John's not going to believe it. Just tell John.
Long story short, I used a hotline, got out of rehab, used a hotline. OD'd in my apartment alone, and the hotline sent paramedics there to revive me, and then ended up here.
Then they put her on This American Life, and then she came and did a Dopey episode. Who heard Kimber's Dopey episode? Who heard Kimber's This American Life episode? Linda heard you on This American Life, and she's like, now that's a good podcast. She's like, that's a good one. Now, I wanted to see... And my dad, of course, was talking shit about...
Hi, Ellen!
Let's hear it from my dad one more time.
Woo!
Why don't you tell everybody who doesn't know the good work that you do?
So, years after this happened, the paramedic that showed up at my house that day was actually a townie that lived with me. He hounded me down for years, chasing me around the streets, and I finally got sober, and he asked me to come start a hotline with him. So we started Safe Spot, which was originally the Massachusetts Overdose Prevention Line.
Let's hear it for Safe Spot. Fuck yeah. We love Safe Spot.
Yeah. And now I run the hotline. I have 30 other operators that work for Steven and I. It's really, it's a good job. It's chaotic, as you can imagine. We staff the hotline fully with people that are currently using drugs and people that are finding some sort of sobriety for themselves. So it's like herding cats on a good day.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
First question, what do you think about my dad's opinion that people use more because Safe Spot exists? Would you say my dad is wrong?
I think Alan was misinformed. I would never
That's
tell him
nice.
he's wrong. I really love him.
Would you say he's senile, perhaps?
Possibly.
No. That's the first question. And secondly, what's the most annoying safe spot caller? Are they telling about their life? Like, is there anybody like worth talking about negatively?
That's really difficult to do. Most of our callers hunt us down on like a personal level, so I would be afraid for them to see this and hear anything about themselves.
I thought you were willing to go to that place.
I can talk about a caller that no longer uses the service. How about that?
That's fine.
So I had
What's
this
their
guy.
full name? What's their full name and
His
telephone
name was
number?
Colin, and he was from Wyoming, I want to say, and he was my first caller that I ever got. So I was like, did 2 hours of training at this time because we had no like idea how to do this. And I get him on the line, and he would call about 15 to 20 times within like 10 hours, smoking crack, and he would just peek out the windows. He was convinced his downstairs neighbors, even though that they were at work, that they were calling the police on him. So I would have to sit there and just talk him through peeking through the blinds for hours and hours.
Does that sound familiar, John?
But
I got crack stories.
John, would you ever call a hotline before you got high?
Never. Would never call a hotline.
Oh, there you go.
But I think most people would say that, but the drugs that people were doing 20 years ago, you can't get away with doing today. The drug supply is completely different. It's unsafe. Like, we just had a caller recently. She passed away. She was a wonderful woman who ran her own harm reduction program in Nashville called Mainline Recovery. Her name was Miriam Fields, and she wasn't a fentanyl user. She had gotten sober. We hadn't heard from her for like 2 weeks, and she OD'd alone in her apartment. And she was a cocaine user, IV cocaine. So obviously she got something in her coke and died by herself.
I'm glad you made this podcast fun.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but that's what we're doing here. You know, that's the story. Like, we can have fun all day as long as we get to live. And like, when people can call the hotline, I mean, Kimber wouldn't be here without the hotline, and it's incredible. I love representing Safe Spot. I love having you on the show every time. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course.
Now, where's Brace Belden? Brace Belden, come on down. Kimber, you guys slide down. Slide down. Now, you could have stayed. That's worth. Thank you, Kimber. Everyone, let's hear it for Brace Belden of the TrueAnon podcast. Welcome back to the show, Brace. Now, you do live events all the time, right?
Yeah.
How's this going?
It's good. Actually, this is awkward. I relapsed last night.
Oh,
so
that is. You're not the first. So 2 people told me they couldn't come today because
Really?
Yes.
I feel like you shouldn't sign up.
I know. Dude,
Did you refund them?
Do you no, not fucking guest. Somebody remember when I asked you to be in the game show?
That guy relapsed?
Yes, he's relapsed, and that's why you're in the game show. So look for Brace Belden in the game show later on in this dopey thing. Tell John Joseph what you told me.
Well, it's not a very interesting story, but when I was first getting really excited about OxyContin, I did sell my Cro-Mags records. Among like a lot of other records as well. But yeah, I sold Age of Quarrel and the demo bootleg before the Age of Quarrel.
The demo goes for like $500.
Sold it for like $20 to Amoeba in San Francisco.
When I was smoking crack in '85, I sold a $10,000 bicycle in Brooklyn. I was in Williamsburg. I sold a $10,000 Botecchio with TSX Columbus tubing for $50 worth of crack. And I got home, and it was soap chips.
That's karma, though, right? That's fucking
Definitely karma.
Now, Brace, you do TrueAnon, a leftist conspiracy podcast.
Yeah.
No? It's not a leftist conspiracy?
It's a true crime podcast, we'll say that.
We'll do TrueAnon, a true crime podcast. And do you think, is there any corollary to your recovery and your true crime work?
No, absolutely no corollary whatsoever. I guess if I was still on drugs, I wouldn't be able to like do it.
That's enough,
But
right?
yeah, that's enough, yeah.
And can you, and like every time you come on Dopey, it kills. Like who doesn't love Brace Belden on Dopey? Does anyone here not love Brace Belden on Dopey? Who loves Brace Belden on Dopey? And you've been on the show like, I think 3 times this year.
I think so, yeah.
Is each time better than the last?
Each time is better than the last.
Is there any fucked up drug story you can think of that you didn't tell?
I don't think so. The thing is, like, I didn't really have that exciting of a time. I heard someone...
That's God's will, right?
That's God
there.
there.
That's God.
What was
You were about to say how you have no good drug stories.
I have no good drug story. I mean, some gross stuff happened, but like, I don't know if they're very good stories. Most of the time, I spent just like making circuits around different blocks, either trying to find something on the ground, like cigarettes, like mostly, or cigarettes that had only been smoked a little bit, or like drugs. And then I stole from people, and then I also stole flowers and sold them.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Tell John Joseph about the Nazi hardcore band that you fancy.
What? Not
Screwdriver.
I'm not doing that. No.
Tell John Joseph about your love of Screwdriver.
He knows who they are. I'm not talking. I'm Jewish. It's all right. I have the record. Didn't sell those. But no disrespect. But it's just I have them. It's okay for me to have them. My idea though, when I was a tweaker, because I had these records that a guy who worked at a record store just gave to me. He's like, I can't sell these. I was like, because I'm Jewish, I should sell the ability to listen to these to people who like these records but feel guilty about listening to them. Like how the Vatican used to let you
anti-propaganda.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Did you have a good time here? Has this been good for you?
This has been fantastic.
Are you excited to play the game show?
Yeah, I'm excited to play the game show.
All right, now we need Erin Khar. Erin Khar, come up here. Stay here, Brace. Erin Khar is a memoirist. She is also an unlicensed advice columnist and a former elite equestrian. All right, look alive here, you guys. Look alive. Save it for the break. Now, Erin has a advice column she does, and somebody wrote in, and they ask Erin a question, and then you guys are going to give your advice in 3 sentences.
In 3 sentences. So this is actually a question that was written to both of us, Dave. All right, you ready? Hi, Erin and Dave. I don't know if this is a question or if I just need some clarity. So this man I'm involved with has been in strictly male relationships until now. Obviously, his need for female attention has been an issue as he's always around females and has a lot of female friends. Should I be worried about his female friends? Should I be concerned about his male friends? To make this worse, he is struggling with an addiction to multiple drugs, and he just got out of prison. OMG, as I'm typing this, no wonder I'm in anxiety mode. I'm just looking for a bit of advice on how to handle this relationship.
So, Kimber, can you give advice in 3 sentences?
3 sentences? I thought 3 words. I have 3 words.
What are the 3 words?
Lock it down!
John Joseph?
1 word. Run.
I'll go 3 sentences. Give him a shot. You know, obviously he's bringing something to the table here. And I guess it's just 2 sentences then.
Erin, what's your advice?
My advice is get the fuck out of that relationship, get some therapy, and maybe get a dog.
My advice is a quote from the movie Airplane. Shayna, they bought their tickets. They knew what they were getting into. I say, let them crash. All right, I think that's it for this segment. Thank you guys very, 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 very much. Thank you guys. And now, since it is a anniversary episode, if we were doing the anniversary episode at home, I would ask Dopey Nation people to send in messages for the anniversary. So now I'm going to send unlicensed over there into that part of the crowd, unlicensed advice columnist Erin Khar to ask the Dopey Nation what they wish for the 500th anniversary. Go to Katie. Stand up, please, Katie. Stand up. Come on. Hey, Katie B, everybody. Katie B!
Okay, so if I was sending in a voice message, I'd say, hey everybody, this is Katie B from NorCal. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Dave and Chris and all of the Dopey Nation. Because of you, I have a community that I did not have before. And I have friends around the world that I did not have before. And I feel stronger today because of these people. And y'all make me fucking laugh. And like, I didn't get sober to cry all the fucking time. So I came here to have a good time. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking toodles for Chris.
Yes. Give it to TJ.
All right. I would just like to say about Dopey Nation that it saved my ass. When the pandemic hit and meetings were closed and I had nowhere to go, I turned to a Zoom meeting that I took a chance on, and it saved my ass. You know, it kept me in recovery and kept me sober. And then, like Katie said, I got friends around the world, you know, all across the ocean, across the seas, across the country, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. We've experienced some great, happy times, like Katie said. We've also experienced some loss together, and I'd be remiss to not acknowledge my friend Hot Wheels right now, who's not with us. So thank you.
Give it to that guy. Who's the guy behind you with the glasses? I don't recognize him.
Fucking always calling me out. I'm Trevor. I love Dopey Nation. I love you, Dave.
I love you, Trevor.
Recovery through Dopey has kept me alive. When me and Katie started listening to your show, I was suicidal. I was ready to quit recovery and everything else, and it's kept me present. And the losses continue, but the group gets stronger, and I'm just grateful to be here. And thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Trevor. We got 46 seconds. Anybody in Dopey Nation want to say anything?
Oh, Lord.
JT.
All right, I'm Jeremy Turner. It's pretty exciting being here. I found Dopey, looking for arty drug stories, and fell in love with Chris and Dave right away. Became friends with Dave and met so many wonderful people. Even though I've been in and out of recovery, they've always been here for me, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
And I think it's apropos, though. I think Jeremy is up next. Isn't Jeremy up next, Lewis? Do I have that right, or do I have that wrong? Oh, really? Okay, we don't. No, you stay there. Forget that. We're going to try some. Oh, and I never got you the blindfold for stash word. You got the blindfold for stash word? Amazing. All right, thank you, everybody. I want to say something before we play the game show. And I'm a very professional person in general. I'm a professional podcaster. I don't do this very often. I want to just say we lost Annie this summer, and I didn't mention it in the beginning, and I think it needs to be mentioned. And none of this is happening without Chris. I talk about the sponsors, and I talk about stealing Stephanie's car, but this has nothing would have happened if Chris and I hadn't done this together. And we've lost so many other people, and I just want to make sure that that's said. And now we're going to try something that probably won't work, but that's exciting. Janine and Abby. Oh yeah, wait. Where's Ray? Okay, let's hear it for Ray Brown. So, the concept of this, we've been working on the stash word, I want to say, for 5 years, but I've been too afraid to ever try it in public. And we decided we were going to try it in public. Ray, you look fantastic. Do you go to a lot of parties like this?
Yes.
We've been trying to do this for 5 years. This is the concept really quickly. Cormac, let's hear it for Cormac, by the way. Cormac is going to put a word on the screen. I am going to try to get Ray to say the word. And basically the contestants are going to try to get the other contestant to say the word in 60 seconds. Me and Ray, this is just a demo. You ready, Ray?
Yep.
All right. I'm a junkie. I like shooting.
Dope.
What's the next line? I stay high all the time. Will I ever stop?
Nope.
Sometimes when I don't want to use the washing machine, I'll put soap all over my body and with my clothes, and I'll get in the
shower.
All right, that's the way the game is played. So today we're doing a very special edition, thank you, of the Stash Word. We're playing beautiful addiction influencers versus fuckos from Long Island. Let's get, who do we get? Evan and Lenny. Evan and Lenny, handsome Evan and Lenny from the beach. Come on down. Abbey Fickley and Janine Coulter, come on down. We're playing the Stash Word. All right, hold on. Lenny, Abbey, Lenny, Janine, Abbey, Janine. Okay, ladies first. You guys ready to play this game? Yeah, let's do it. You feel comfortable? Do you feel okay with me calling you fuckos from Long Island?
I love it.
Are you guys comfortable?
I don't think you're going to give me a choice either way, so.
Yes, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Actually, before we even... No, we're just going to do this. We're going to do this. Are you ready? Who's guessing and who's reading?
I'll read first.
You're going to guess. So Abby needs the blindfold. And I need the belt. Did I lose? Where'd Ray go? Ray, where's the blindfold? Oh, great. Okay. You have a mic? Here.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And then blindfold.
Oh, no, I think I'm getting the blindfold.
What's up, Dopey
pulled
Nation?
my hair out of my head.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God.
Here.
Oh my God. Okay.
You got it.
I'm going to do
Thank
my
you.
best.
Thank you. You guys ready? Oh, where's the bell?
Pictures?
Ready as we'll ever
Okay,
be.
yeah.
When I ring the bell,
Yeah.
it means she got it right.
Okay. So wait, I just described this?
Where's the timer? We got a timer?
We will begin the time on your command.
Am I going?
Yes.
Once you do this to shoot dope, you do not do it any other way.
Oh, a rig, a needle.
But like professional. Dope that goes in your ass. What would you call that?
Wait, what did you say?
If you put drugs in your ass, what is that called?
Boofing.
Yes.
45 seconds remain.
Fuck. Okay, this is always on drug tests for some reason, but no one has done it in like a million years.
Ooh.
It makes you kind of crazy. We've never done it. It's old as shit.
Oh, man.
Okay, go on.
30 seconds remain.
I might have to pass on it. I'm
Okay.
thinking like a hallucinogen or
Okay,
something.
so like really, really good ice cream. Fuck, I'm not good at describing this. Really good ice cream. It's also a cookie.
15
You
seconds
go.
remain.
Okay, flavors of ice cream. Flavors of ice cream.
Oreo, mint.
Keep going.
Snickerdoodle.
That's good.
I think I'm gonna give up on
Okay,
that
pass.
one. Pass.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Time is up.
Time is up,
Wait,
ladies. How many? They got 1, 2? You got 2, I think. All right. Do you guys think you can beat them? I hope you can fucking beat them.
Shout out to the Long Island fuckos. Yeah, what's up? Shout out Beach Bums.
Shout out Beach
We
Bums.
out here.
You can't give me a microphone. You'll guess? Yeah?
Which one?
All right, let's take a step back here. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be brutal. You guys could have done better than that.
You guys were terrible. Terrible. All right, yes, go.
This guy was my first friend in kindergarten.
All right,
That's
we don't
right.
need to go down memory lane. Let's play
Your
the fucking
time
game.
begins in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, they say it at the end of the podcast.
Toodles for Chris.
There you go. We've been there multiple times trying to get clean.
Rehab?
The other one, the beginning. Fresh beginnings.
45
one day.
seconds
One day.
remain.
Where do you go when you got one day and you're trying to get clean?
Hey.
Yeah. Besides that, institution.
Outpatient.
Close. Even less than that. Newer than that.
Evan, just say pass.
30
You're not gonna
seconds
get it.
remain.
All right, pass. Oh, mushrooms. What's the
Shrooms.
No, what's the magical name for it that gets you high?
Psilocybin.
There you go. Next. She was a great singer, kind of pale, black hair, great voice.
15 seconds remain.
Pass.
I think you did better than that.
Oh, I used to love doing this. Smoking crack. Close. What is it called? What is it called in like the 60s and 70s?
Freebase.
Oh!
And your time is
Send
up.
the
Your time is
salami!
up.
Who
Your
does that?
time
Who
is
says
up.
that?
Time is up.
Dave works there.
Your time
Cats.
is up.
Hey!
So what did we get? What was the score?
Am I done?
How many did you guys get?
Am I done?
Did you get 2? I think.
How many? I think I got 4.
4? That's a good.
That's right, Long Island fuckers.
Hey,
what's up?
Just go back, sit down. Thank you. Let's hear it
Thanks
for
for
Abby,
having
Janine, Lenny, and Evan. Thank you. And now I would like to call to the stage, whoa, thank you, legendary dope, Jeremy Turner.
What's up, Dopey Nation? So you just leaving me up here to tell the story? All right, here we go. Okay, so I got the nickname Whitey Tighties because I was doing a lot of crack, all right? I was in the crack house. Hold on, I'm a little nervous. I gotta take a breath. All right, and so this chick came by, and I was, sitting in the corner smoking crack. She sat in my lap. She pulled out a rag, and she started wiping the sweat off my forehead. And she said, hey, why don't we go to a hotel? So we went and got a hotel, and then we got to the hotel, got in there, and I had probably about an ounce of crack. And so she leaves, she tells me, look, I left my crack pipe in the crack house. So it's like, oh man, I don't want to go back to that crack house. So I give her my keys, and she leaves. Okay, while she's gone, I strip down to my underwear waiting on her to get back, and I'm just smoking boulders. Okay, boulders. So then I start thinking, well, she's coming back to rob me. So I hide my crack, I hide all my money. About 15 minutes later, I look out the window, I see her pulling into the hotel room. What I didn't see was the cops that were behind her. So, okay, if this is the door, this is the bed. Turn around, I put a boulder on, took a big old hit. I'm in my underwear, like Whitey Tighty underwears. Real tight. And maybe stained. When I turn around, Baton Rouge PD is standing in the doorway like 5 feet from me. And when I let out the hit, I couldn't see the cop no more. It was just white smoke. So he tells me, he's like, put the crack pipe down. Of course, handcuffs me in my underwear, pulls me out into the parking lot, sits me on the curb, and that's how I went to jail. Yeah, I sat in central booking for the next 24 hours in those underwear. Okay, 7 months later when I got out, they handed me a bag with my underwear. And they were definitely stained. That's it. Awesome.
Listen. Jeremy Turner is an original, old school, serious fucking dope. When we need stories, Jeremy sends them in. I met him in Louisiana years ago.
2 years.
He wanted to come here for a long time.
Totally.
What changed this time? How did you finally not be on and you were in the song.
Well,
you're in the Dopey Show song.
No, totally. Except I'm not a boat captain.
Well, it's nicer to be a boat captain.
I'm just a deckhand.
He's a deckhand on a, whatever, riverboat doesn't have the same ring to it.
So I had to quit my job to get a new job, and part of the stipulations for the new job was that they get me off this week.
Amazing. So Jeremy Turner is a Dopey legend. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Awesome. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Time out. Brandon Novak, are you here? Last year, we awarded Brandon Novak with the Dopey Medal of Freedom. This year, we're awarding him again with the Dopey Medal of Freedom. Because that's what we do. We like to be consistent. Consistency is important in the Dopey Nation. We talked about Annie Ellie, who died. Annie died over the summer, and she relapsed before she died. Brandon, come up here. You got to hear this part. Let's hear it for Brandon Novak, everybody. Brandon Novak started a recovery house, a rehab called Redemption Recovery.
That's a treatment center.
That's what I said, a treatment center.
You said a recovery house.
I stopped myself and then I said a rehab.
Yeah.
Okay, a treatment center, thank you, called...
Which, by the way, we sponsored this event and the fuckwad used the wrong logo.
What logo did I use?
Used another Redemption logo.
Well, I'm going to
But I wouldn't have it any other way. That's why I come back.
Well, okay. I'm going to touch your heart now. First of all, I want to make an amends. We're going to make new programs. Next week, everybody come back, and the right Redemption logo will be on it. I apologize, though. I apologize. Annie Ellie loved you. I don't know if she met you when she was here. When she said she's relapsing, she said, I love all the acts. Crack, Smack, and Brandon Novak.
Yeah.
That's what she said. She wrote a song about you. Cormac, do you have the song ready? Lewis, can we shut the lights, please? Brandon, will you sit with me?
Oh, wow.
We're going to sing along to Annie Ellie's song called Mr. Novak. I want you to listen to the words, okay? And watch the show. All right, play the song, please.
Oh, Mr. Novak, this is Mrs. Novak. You came upon the Dopey podcast and you said you were easy. It happened so fast. Now I'm head over heels and the Dopey Nation knows it all. Hey, hey, Baltimore, baby. Hill Collins and the Cellar of Dreams. And perhaps your next act, it could be Pilly Strings. Mr. Novak don't mind, as long as Mrs. Novak's beside. Hey, hey, how about some Anglais? How's your skate mates, how's your mother? Tried to take her for a lover. How about your sober living? Good old Brandon's no forgiving. We've all got your 610 cause you said it on the Dopey show. You are easier, I am easier. We are easier now. Oh, Mr. Novak, this is Mrs. Novak. I first met you at DopeyCon and I got so tongue-tied I behaved like a dick, but I think it's okay cause you've got Bam's cum tattooed on your arm. Hey, hey, jackass protege. People say that you went too far on the pronouns you used when you meant she, her. As long as Mr. Novak's okay, hey, hey, Ollie me any day. Mr. Novak is good, Mr. Novak is kind, Mr. Novak's okay.
Brandon, could we get the lights, please? Brandon, I wish Annie was here to sing you the song, but has anyone ever written you such a song like that before?
I've accomplished some things in life, and That's an experience. That's.
Is it not a good experience?
It's why I love DopeyCon and Dopey Nation. You guys are like next level.
And are you impressed with the medals and my disorganization and my using the wrong logo? And I've got no one to blame but myself. I've got no one to blame. Dottie. That's Dottie, by the way. I want to award you with the Brandon Novak Dopey Medal of Freedom. It's nice. Front and back. You see this?
I have last year's.
This
in
one's
my
nicer.
office.
This one's nicer. Here. No, Mr. Novak. And would you speak to the Dopey Nation?
Yeah, as the song alluded to, last year, he asked me to come on stage and share a funny story that was connected to my addiction, and I talked about getting blown in Australia by a transvestite, and afterwards I had
They don't like the word transvestite.
Well, I learned that, and that's where I'm going with this. So after the show, I learned that I offended some of the LGBTQ people, and that was not my intention, so I had to make several amends. Never in my fucking life did I believe I'd have to make an amends for something I did at the Dopey Nation Con. I've heard about fucking dicks getting burned with crack pipes while they're smoking in the Tenderloin, and God forbid I talk about...
Listen, make a proper amend. Don't get into no bargaining. Let's not get to rationalizing bargaining. Make the amend. You're a mensch, Mr. Novak. We love you. I think you are one of the first people that came on the show and let it rip in a real way. And I know how important helping people is. And you know what we do here.
I do. I firmly believe in this cause, and I'm clearly a glutton for punishment because I can't get enough of the insanity that comes from these events, and I come every year waiting in anticipation to hear whose story is going to top last year's. And that doesn't happen anywhere else in a beautiful, Christian church in New York City, besides here with the Dopey Nation and you dopey people. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your tribe. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm truly grateful to be here.
Thank you so much, Brandon. All right, time for intermission. Go enjoy intermission. Get up, intermission.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, all members of the Dopey Nation, guess what? The show is about to begin. Please welcome to the stage Ray Brown. Here we go.
There is a truth universally acknowledged. Fucking toodles for Chris, DopeyCon 500. How do you do? Are the sound guys high? DopeyCon 500. It's a fucking miracle that we're all here. Day after day, year after year, waiting for tonight. If you want to stick a plug up your butt, hey, 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 that's all right. The very best part about DopeyCon 500 is Wiccan and Visa beefing it out on the Dopey Nation Facebook page. Shout out to the Dopey Nation Facebook page. I think Bill W. said it best on page 37 of As Bill Sees It. He said January, February, March, April, May, Scott Wick likes to put dicks in his mouth. What would Jesus do? The last part of the song goes out to all the young people in the audience tonight. A glimpse into the future. DopeyCon 5000. Flying cars and Dr. Susan Mannheim. DopeyCon 5000. New heroin. It's not addictive. DopeyCon 5000. I'll be dead. Thank God. DopeyCon 5000. This song has been brought to you by Equine Therapy and sunny, sunny Malibu.
All right, let's hear it for fucking Ray Brown. And could you guys please sit down? The show is happening. Sit down. It's a show. You sit for the show. You talk to Zack Clark and all the cute redemption people later. Whatever's happening. Why are people still eating and drinking? What am I supposed to do here? I should just pretend they're not standing and being incredibly rude. I'm very grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be sober. I want to hear it from my friend Devin and Jim from my high school. Jim, wave to the people. All right. They were both late also. That's no good. Can't come late if you're selling merch. That's bullshit. Fucking, I don't even understand that. All right. I'm very, 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 very grateful to be a part of this thing. And again, it's the 500th episode. I can't do it with all the people standing around. I can't. You guys need to sit the fuck down and stop talking. Is that too rude? Listen, what is this, a fucking convention? This is the live podcast portion. This is not the convention portion of DopeyCon. Oh my God, I swear to God. This is what happens when I'm sharing at a meeting and they start walking and talking. You can't have that. I need all the attention. All right, we're gonna go to the Dopey Nation. Erin Khar, does anybody want to speak a little bit? How about Eric Papa Smurf? Let's hear it for Eric Papa Smurf. Please feel free to stand up.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Papa Smurf. Just want to say thanks, Dave. The day I met you, you put your number on my phone and told me to call you if I ever wanted anything. And I appreciate the hell out of that. And I guess I'm just here to say I'm grateful for recovery, grateful for all the dopes, and thanks for everything you do, man. Stay strong, Dopey Nation. Fucking toodles.
Thank you, Eric Papa Smurf. Where is Fentanyl J? Fentanyl J, where are you? Jay? Give it to Fentanyl J. Let's hear it for Fentanyl J. Stand up, Jay. Come on. Jay, what does dopey mean to you?
Dopey means Dopey Dave, first and foremost. We know how you love the name. But it's a fucking place for everyone to talk, have fun, and have a good fucking time tonight. I'm very excited to be here.
Jay, tell them what you're at. Tell them what's happening with you.
Sober October Forever.
Starting
in October. I've day 4. 4
days.
Solid.
Let's hear it for fucking Jay. Jay,
Hell
I
yeah.
love you. Thank you. Who else wants to say something about what dopey means to them? Is there anybody else that would like to say something? Just raise your hand. If not, I'm going to call on you. Give it to Steve Schneider. He always has something to say.
Well, yeah, I'm Steve, and I just want to say I agree with what a lot of the other dopes had said, especially the part about COVID. I started listening before COVID, and unfortunately when Chris passed, the whole Dopey Nation kind of got together, and I started getting a whole bunch of new friends. And then when COVID hit and we started the Zoom, I actually got rejuvenized for recovery, and it really got me through some hard times, just like everyone else. So thank you. Thank you, Dopey Nation.
Thanks, Steve. I think the word you're looking for is rejuvenated. Let's go to my executive assistant, Celia. Cece, come on, stand up. That's my executive assistant, Cece. Yes. Cece, how often a week do you think you work for me as my executive assistant?
Frequently, definitely.
She donates a half an hour a week. So let's hear it for
Actually
Celia.
90 minutes. It's actually more than that, but what dopey means to me, dopey is everything to me. I was ready, like I think said earlier, this is loud, to leave recovery, and I found the Dopey Nation. I had loved the podcast for a couple of years, found out about the meetings, started going to the Wednesday meeting, and now the Dopey Nation means everything. I'm 3.5 years recovered, but on Friday nights, I want a bag of blow, and that's all I think about. But I know I have the speaker meeting, and I have the dopes, and I dial in, and they're there like 4 nights a week. And on Sundays, I'm there with everyone, and I'll stop talking now. It means everything, and I love you.
I love you, Cece. Thank you. You go to the stash word? All right, who's ready? You guys ready to try to do round 2 of the stash word? Okay, we're bringing up Rachel Nicole Slocum. and Brittany Jade, come on up. And we're going to bring up Billy Jenson, true crime podcaster. Where are you, Billy? Oh, shit. Is Billy Jenson not here? Oh, here he is. And fucking Brace Belden. Brace Belden, come on up. Welcome.
Hello.
Do you want to say anything about this special event?
Happy to be here.
That's it? She was supposed to do stand-up. Why don't you come on.
Shy.
Just take a little... You're shy?
I'm shy.
Okay, fine. Ladies first, are you ready to play the game?
I'm ready.
Who's going to be the giver and who's going to be the guesser?
What do you want to do?
You don't seem ready.
I'm ready. You're ready to guess or you're ready to give?
I don't care. You pick.
You give, she guesses.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Watch the lashes.
No, she did a lot of drugs. Did you ever hear about this?
Okay.
She did a lot of drugs.
That's all right. I'm an alcoholic too, so.
These lashes better stay on, Dave.
I can't promise that.
I know. I'm kidding. All right. Yeah, we're on. Oh,
I can't.
Here.
Can you do this?
I don't.
You fix it. Ready? I'm not cut out to put on blindfolds. I have a better blindfold in my backpack.
Yeah, where
Devin, will you check the little pocket of the black backpack down there?
are all the blindfolds you use at home?
Just pull her hair, it's fine.
I think you would want like sleeves on a t-shirt if you're using it as a blindfold.
I didn't pick it, Lewis picked it. Oh, Rachel.
Just hold it. What if we just...
Okay, I'll hold it.
You hold it, okay.
But also...
That would work better.
Do you need a blindfold if you're facing away from it?
Yeah, we really don't need a blindfold. It's theatrics.
Are you ready?
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Lewis, can we give a 60-second timer?
Absolutely, David. Your 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You can say pass.
It's like a kind of greenery.
Marijuana.
Nope. Oh, Janelle, okay. So do you remember what Janelle's boyfriend was in Teen Mom?
Keaton?
You have 45 seconds.
Okay, go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Keeper.
Do we get that? Okay. This is what they were singing at the beginning when we just got here.
Baby back?
Yes, baby back. Yeah, okay.
You have 30 seconds.
What?
Pass. Pass, Rachel. Pass.
Pass. What the fuck?
Pass.
Pass. Okay, this is what they give. It's what they give you in
You have 15
detox.
seconds.
It's a detox med. Go through. It sounds like it starts with an F, but it doesn't. Can I like what it sounds like? Kind of like, okay.
Your
so
time is up. Your time is
Let's
up.
hear it for Rachel and Brittany Jade. They did okay. You did okay. You got 3, right?
Did we?
I think you got 3. Let's hear it for the ladies. Okay. Where's the blindfold? Thank you. Are you guys prepared to beat 3?
3? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give it a
Okay.
shot.
Who's giving? Who's guessing?
I'm guessing.
Whew.
I can't see anything.
Your 60 seconds begin in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Lewis.
Okay, this is a Shakespeare play.
Hamlet.
It's got a black guy in it.
Is that Hamlet?
Pass. This is a type of sweatshirt. Goes over your head.
Hoodie.
You have 45 seconds.
Pass. Chicken, a place of Italian food. You're going to order a chicken.
Cutlet? No.
Keep going.
Parmesan.
Fine.
Okay. Pass.
You have 30 seconds.
You could take Vicodin. You could take.
Oxycodone?
Keep going.
Oxycontin?
Keep going.
Heroin?
And next one, keep going.
Fentanyl?
It's a pill.
Oxycontin 80s original
15
edition.
seconds.
Keep going.
remaining.
Vicodin or
Vicodin, Percocet.
yes. Oh God, keep going. Yeah. See these.
What?
Pass. All right, not your thumb, but your
penis.
Your time is up. Your time is up.
All right, very good, very good, very good. So how many did they get? How many did they got? Does anyone know the score? 3-3? Oh, we got to go sudden death. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock. We're going sudden death.
We got a tie.
Who's gonna get? You guys want to see sudden death or not? This whole thing should have just been stash word. Next year, we're just doing stash word. Very good. I think I should tie that. Listen, this isn't an all-day affair. Let's go. Tie it around her face. Come on. Let's get to business. Nice. Very good. Here, she can breathe. It's breathable fabric. Can you breathe?
I'm tempted to start the clock now.
Oh gosh.
Your
Feel
30
the
seconds
rain on
begin
your skin.
in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, they play this in Jamaica a lot. It's Bob Marley, the type.
What?
Like what type of, when you listen to songs?
Reggae?
Yes. Okay, you love this. You used to love.
Crack.
15 seconds.
Okay, oh gosh. Pamela Anderson running on the beach.
Baywatch. Boobs.
Is it a show? It's a city in LA, really fancy.
Malibu.
And your
no,
time
where
is
a lot
up.
of rich
Your
people
time
live.
is
A lot of
up.
famous people.
Aww.
Shannon Doherty, Luke Perry, Brenda, and Dylan.
Wait, are we done?
You're done. You're done. How many did you get? How many did you get? They're too young for 90210. You're thinking Baywatch. Here. How many did they get? Okay, they got 2.
All right, I got it.
I need my rag.
You're guessing again?
Yeah.
Do you want? Yeah, I'll do it again. Yeah.
Do we have to switch? Do we want to switch?
Did they switch? Okay, we can switch.
Oh my God.
They'll switch.
All right.
What's the difference if they fucking switch them? All right. All right.
Oh Jesus. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah.
I got a mic.
You guys did very nice. Lou, you got 30 seconds?
Your 30 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1.
Jimi Hendrix song, one of the most famous ones.
Purple Haze.
Next one. Magazine defunct. New York City.
Village Voice.
Nope. Keep going.
Magazine.
Something people
15
always get really
seconds.
mad at people about in college. Keep going. The guy from the Grateful Dead that had sex with my mom.
Jerry Garcia.
No, other one. He's in Rat Dog.
I don't know.
He had sex with my mom in 1996.
And your time is up. Your time is up.
Winners, you guys won.
It was Bob Weir. But he did fuck my mom.
Look for Brittany Jade and Rachel Nicole Slocum to play Handsome Evan and Lenny from the Beach in the final round of Stash Word. Go sit down. What's next? What's next? All right. Can you hear me? There. Check, check, check. Check one. All right. Now there are dopey storytellers like Jeremy Turner, who's a miracle that he's still alive and that he arrived. And then there's dopey storytellers like Bobby Dukes. Bobby Dukes, come on down. Where is he? Where's Dukes? Bobby Dukes. Let's hear it for Bobby Dukes. I heard him on It's All Bad. He came on Dopey, destroyed the world, came to DopeyCon with the Fred Perry fucking parka.
All right, so last year I wowed everyone with my story of burning the crack dick that came through the glory hole. I did find out who was on the other end of that glory hole, and I'm here to make amends. Brace Belden, I'm really sorry. Well, let me tell you, lady, he's cut. The real pastrami is going on right there. So, Dave asked me to have a story. I told him I have lots of stories. I mean, mainly I did heroin, but most of my colorful stories are about crack. And this story takes place in Philadelphia, where I'm from, about 25 years ago. My friend turned his house. He let the crack dealer move into his house. And I was trying to avoid him because I was just trying to do dope. I didn't want to do crack. I was like, I might have a chance to get out of this if I just stay away from the crack, you know? And he let this guy named Taz move in. And I told him there's nothing healthy that comes from letting someone named Taz, especially if they sell crack, move into your house. So this is in a street called Palethorpe Street. I don't know if anyone here from Philadelphia knows Palethorpe Street, but they used to have bumper stickers that said, "I got blown on Palethorpe Street." So my friend Mikey let Taz move in, and it was these houses called Trinity, which is basically like 3 rooms on top of each other. And the main floor was, you know, the shop. He would run up and get the crack from Taz or whatever. So there was all sorts of characters floating in and out here. We had a guy named Green Mile because he looked like the guy from Green Mile. And there was a guy, Floyd, which is a side story where they still were paying rent because it was so cheap, and the landlord put a door on. And he said, "Hey, man, this is a really nice door. I could get $200 for this right now." This is the middle of February. So he steals the door off the crack house, goes and sells it, then takes the screen door off his sister's house and puts it on. And in the meantime, me and my buddy are nailing a shower curtain over in the middle of winter. So there was just all sorts of antics. And this isn't something that happened to me, but this is something that I witnessed. So there was this woman there named Peanut. And if you've never really smoked crack with a woman named Peanut, have you ever really smoked crack? You know what I mean? Like, so Peanut was there, and Peanut was like pacing around, and she's like, "I got to get my hoe on. I need to get my money up. I need to get my hoe on." And like her hair looked like Beetlejuice. It was just all over the place. And we're just sitting there watching her pacing back and forth about how she's going to get her hoe on. And she had a little pocket mirror. She said, "Man, my hair is fucked up. I look fucked up. My shit is jacked. And she's just pacing, and so she opens the refrigerator. Now, this is a crack house refrigerator, not a trap house. I don't know what the fuck a trap house is. We call it a crack house in Philadelphia. So, of course, the only thing in there is like some hot sauce packets, a gallon of water, and a tub of margarine. So she goes in there, and she takes a couple scoops of margarine. She starts slathering down her hair. Just a couple globs, and she's just flattening her hair, and then she puts a knit cap on, and then she's like moving her hat around, you know, like going like this, and she's like, "Man, my hair gonna look good after this. My hair gonna look good. I'm gonna get my hoe on, get my money up." And so we're just watching there, and then this is an old house, so the heat came on. So when the heat came on, it was like a furnace. And then someone just happened at the same time to give her a little crumb of crack. So the heat's coming on, and she takes a hit of crack. And next thing you know, you see the little bit of margarine rolling down into her eyes. And she's just like, "I'm butter blind. I'm butter blind. I've been blinded by the butter." And she just starts falling over everything. And she's like, "I'm butter blind." And that was it. That was the story. You know what I mean?
I love that. Thank you, Bobby. Let's hear it for Bobby Dukes. He never disappoints. And now we're going to try another talk show segment. Please welcome Emmy Award winner, fucking big-time friend of the show, my friend, Hank Azaria. Hank really classes this place up, right? Let's hear it for Hank one more time.
Hi. Is this on? Hi, everybody. Hello, Dopey World.
Nation.
I like the Dopey verse better, but
Dopey
Nation's
verse?
fine.
Now, last year when I thought about DopeyCon, there was a moment where Joe Schrank broke the chair. That was a very thrilling moment. But my favorite moment from DopeyCon was when you described what you were taking in. So this year, what have you taken in, or are you used to it? Has Dopey Nation popped your cherry, so to speak?
I'm getting more used to it. I don't know, I kind of want to be blindfolded for this segment, that's one thing. Butterblind is now a term that's going to enter my lexicon.
Butterblind is fantastic. John's story really was pretty, that was incredible. I mean, I could have listened to John go on even longer than he did.
And we get 7 minutes a person. We got to keep it moving here.
I mean, I'm a very high-bottomed addict. So that story, but I've heard a lot of stories on your podcast and elsewhere in a lot of rooms, and that's quite a story.
For sure. And I had this idea. You're like one of the most. Has anyone seen Hank do Bruce Springsteen, by the way? Hank has a Bruce Springsteen cover band called Hank Azaria and the Easy Street Band, and me and Linda went to see it when I first got my hernia. I haven't mentioned my hernia all fucking show. Fucking hernia. I'm standing there, and Linda's like, Hank is really something. And I'm like, I'm in a lot of pain. And we left. She was so impressed. You do such a killer Bruce Springsteen.
Well, I've been imitating the way Bruce talks since I was a teenager. And I decided when I turned 60, actually it's a program story because I wanted to bring more joy into my life. So I worked the steps around just more joy this last year. And one of the things that gives me joy is singing Bruce like an idiot, usually on a treadmill. And, I'm turning 60, so I decided I'm going to put together a band and sing some songs and not tell any of my party guests I was doing it. And I did, and we raised a lot of money for charity that night. And I said, why don't we keep doing it? So we are. It'll be November 8th at Brooklyn Bowl. Come check us out. The Easy Street Band. And we'll be at the Stone Pony.
That's amazing.
November 15th. That show's almost sold out. Now, once I start talking like Bruce, I can't stop.
I want you to go to Mo for the next question.
Yeah, Mo, sure, go ahead.
But maybe
wait, fun fact about Mo, all right? You ready? This is Mo the bartender from The Simpsons. So another one of my heroes growing up, besides Bruce, was Al Pacino. Now this is my impression of young Al Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon Al, Godfather Al. Now, if you get halfway between young Al Pacino and Bruce Springsteen, you get Mo the bartender. He's right in the middle there. He's a mashup.
Amazing. And as alcoholics, right? We suffer.
My best friends.
We suffer from something called imposter syndrome. And when you're Bruce Springsteen at the Stone Pony, do you feel imposter syndrome?
Well, I haven't experienced it yet.
No, I'm familiar with imposter syndrome, though. Yeah, and I have a really severe case because my job is to sound like other people, so I get really lost and sometimes not knowing who I actually am. I told you this on the show. As a teenager, you don't remember anything.
I don't remember anything.
As a teenager, I would really I would adopt other personalities so earnestly that I kind of really had an identity crisis. I didn't know who the hell I was.
But doing it for a living and getting sober, do you still ever feel that, like, I'm not really this person? Like Bruce is a new thing. You being a rock and roll singer, sold out clubs, you played that place in Long Island, you played Le Poussin Rouge, sold out, you're a rock star on stage.
Nah, not really.
Do you feel imposter syndrome then?
No, I'm past that
Very
point.
good.
I mean, it's my job now. I'm used to,
You're killing my bit. You're supposed to say, I feel imposter
Yes, I feel terrible
it's so
imposter
hard,
syndrome.
David, blah, blah, blah.
Help me. I don't know why. Do you have something coming for that?
No, I got nothing.
No, I know, but recovery has helped with that.
How about when you're in a room full of horrible junkies? Do you feel imposter syndrome, or are you more just like, I'm glad I'm not that bad?
Both. Well, that's part of meetings, right? Is you feel really bad for yourself and you're freaking out, and you go and you always hear at least one or two stories that are worse than yours, which I definitely have tonight. That's part of what's healing about it. I do want to say, I've been thinking about this sitting there. I wasn't so much recording the craziness as thinking about, I want to pitch this. The main program in now is ACA, Adult Children of Alcoholics. I was raised in thank you for the hoot, my friend. And I was raised, that grew out of the Alateen program years ago, the Alateens, kids who grew up in these, addict households, drug households. When they got old, they grew up, they became adults, they didn't want to stop meeting, so they formed ACA. And I do want to encourage everyone here. I started in the Al-Anon program. I was first in Al-Anon because I was a caretaker of all the drunks and addicts in my life, and then discovered I had my own problem. So, and I don't know how you guys are, but I like to work, like I said, I worked the steps around joy, right, this last year, because I wanted more joy in my life. And I've worked the steps around a number of things. And I qualify for pretty much every program. I've worked in the food program, sex and love addict program, Al-Anon program, AA several times. So I feel like working the steps every few years is a good thing to do.
Can you explain that, how you work the steps around joy?
I just, it was weird. I took my sponsor and said, I just want to work it around joy. So I read through step one and just with joy, like why don't I have more joy in my life, in my mind? The same way you'd work the steps around, why was I a drunk or why was I an addict? I just why am I not more joyful? And just whatever came out, I would share with my sponsor, and we just went through it. And it just led to some ideas about, well, why don't I do this or that if I want to do it? Or why do I go there if it makes me unhappy? Stuff like that. But what I'm getting at is, if you're going to work the steps every few years anyway, which you should do, children.
Dottie.
Yes, that was specifically aimed at Dottie. Sorry. Then I'm a believer that the second I got sober, the second anyone gets sober, they qualify for Al-Anon, because now it's people, places, and things. And I really believe that the ACA program, which is all about your childhood, and like the origin comic book story of the addictions and all the anxiety and all the resentments, I want to encourage everyone to just check it out. Because if you're going to work the steps anyway, maybe at that time when you feel like, and I felt after a few years in AA, that drinking was kind of off the table, drinking and using. I felt like I'm good. When I have a horrible day, I don't feel like picking up anymore. And if you get to that point, which I hope you do, maybe think about one of these other programs in just a different perspective. And it's enriched my life so much, I just wanted to share that.
That's beautiful, Hank. I'm totally addicted to sugar, and I've stopped eating sugar. I think I'm day 11, and what I do now, let's not really. I eat apples and peanut butter religiously. Is that okay?
You always ask me a really dopey question.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm going to go. No, it's not. I think that's terrible.
Thank you, Hank.
Apples and peanut butter, I think you should really check that in with
I
your
should
sponsor.
cut that out?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know
Thank
what
you,
you're
Hank Azaria.
Thank you.
Where's Zack Clark? Zack Clark from Release Recovery. Come on down. Hank, no, you stay. We're doing the panel. Yes. I need another mic, though. There you go. We need a third mic, please. Zack, welcome to the show. I used the right logo for Zack's foundation. Zack's spot.
I forgot the shirt. Novak gave me the shirt with the right logo to give it to you.
Novak, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to sleep at night over that fucking logo.
You're actually getting more burn time out of it now, so you should be grateful.
Zack?
Yes.
Do you relate to this imposter syndrome business, being such a junkie and running a treatment center? That's a hard question right away.
No, I mean, I think there's some treatment programs out there that are probably not doing it with the best intentions, and if I keep my spiritual practice here and my business here and I don't get that twisted up, I usually feel okay about it.
Okay. What about I know that for me, having this podcast, sometimes I don't want to sound too sober on it, as Hank knows.
That's why I listen to your podcast, because I'm like the serious sober guy, Like I need some of you in my life.
I'm very serious. I got like 10 sponsees in here. I'm very, very serious in program. But the question, that's my sponsee. He went through all the steps. Let's hear it for Tom. Tom, come on. He has 28 years.
Don't let me catch you, Tom.
Now, Zack,
29.
Do you ever feel that imposter syndrome
in life?
Yeah,
all the time.
So break it down.
No, I mean, look, my life has kind of been in two parts, and so well, I'll tell you this: the imposter syndrome that I'm feeling right now is, and I've shared this with you, and if we can get intimate, like whatever. But
that's what I was hoping for.
3 weeks ago, I woke up and I'm 40 years old, and like on paper, my life's beautiful. Like I have a beautiful business. We've built this great nonprofit. Like my family's healthy, and I felt this like feeling in my chest and in my soul that has started to lift. And you were one of my safe like reach outs, so I appreciate that. But I don't know if it was based in imposter syndrome, but it's like the whole thing was, okay, my mental health was struggling, and I'm someone that talks about behavioral health care all the time. So if I can't bring myself to ask for help, then how the fuck is the normal person walking down the street supposed to put their hand up and say, I'm struggling? So it was this thing of like, I'm running this business, I'm helping people, I'm supposed to be like this beacon of light for some folks, and here I am like walking around with this pit in my stomach about like, it wasn't suicidal, like I'm not gonna go there, but in my 13-year sobriety, it was the worst depression and anxiety. Like I thought I had anxiety, and then this hit, and I was like, oh fuck, that's anxiety. And I don't know, so like I reach out and I do the things I do, and I work the 12 steps around joy, and here I am.
So that's amazing. Let's hear it for Zack really quickly. But honestly, it's only been a few days since I heard about it. Like, what have you been doing and what has worked?
So doubling down on meetings, obviously. Like for me, writing at the end of the night is a tool that has been very, very, very helpful for me. And it's fucking crazy, and I don't know if anyone identifies with this. Like if you get into a writing practice, it's so therapeutic.
How much do you write?
5 to 10 minutes at night. I mean, like, look, 86 to 80, like the big book, if you're sober in AA, like for me, I am. I can say that to this crew. I gotta just say something. I'm feeling very refreshed right now because I was at an event earlier that was...
Hold on, let God be done. All right, God is done. Okay, yes.
I was at this event earlier, which was like a fitness expo event, and I was talking about substance abuse, and it was a lot of like, like that. And like, I kind of went into the story about getting my gallbladder cut out, chasing drugs, and like, they were like, and then I said heroin and crack, and they started to kind of like leave out the back door, and I'm like, these are not my fucking people. I walk in the church, and I hear you guys, and see you guys, I'm like, hey, I'm home. So I just wanted to share that because...
I love that.
Yeah. No, writing at night, like being really honest with like my circle of people, trying to not give my power away to like the people that are zapping the energy from me unnecessarily. I have a therapist. I actually, I'll say this. There's this program down in Tennessee called Onsite.
We know about that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the middle of the month and just like work some shit out, And so like, I know enough about the way that I'm feeling to ask for help. And it feels really good to be able to say it in front of a room of people that will give me a hug and say, that's fucking awesome. Right. You guys understand it. And, like at 13 years, like it's like just it's a different set of problems.
And you have the pressure of needing to be the guy that solves people's problems.
Yes.
Twan from Mountainside went through something very similar. And for Twan, let's hear it for Twan really quickly. He's the director of the Mind, Body, and Spirit program at Mountainside, and he got so depressed. And I'm sorry for blowing up your spot, Twan, when you're not on stage, but he talked about it. He got so depressed he didn't go to work for 2 months, and he's supposed to be the person that relieves depression.
Yeah.
And you guys doing this, it's my favorite thing because we're just people. Who are we supposed to be if not that? And that's what helps people is the honesty.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's like, I have like this following or platform, and you do some interviews and you put some stuff out there, and then you start to get the DMs, and they start coming in like, by the dozens. And I'm the kind of guy, like, because I've been given this life of freedom, that I want everyone else to have it. And so I'll sit there and rip off like responses to these DMs for 2 hours, not breathe, and like be so it's almost like a fucking high, like I'm sitting there, like telling people or connecting people, or hey, talk to my buddy here, or go to this meeting, and then I'll come up for air and be like, oh fuck, like I'm not taking care of myself.
Well, listen, I
Can I chime in?
I think we had a great...
Can I chime in for a second?
Yeah, please.
This is exactly the kind of thing that ACA and Al-Anon is all about.
Oh, he's recruiting again. Here we go.
I know I'm a broken record guy, and you're not supposed to pitch these things, but you know, it's dopey. It's DopeyCon. But so it's like a mysterious thing. So it may not have occurred to you to use as a result. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But I had so much of those kind of moments in my sobriety and in recovery. I was like, why? And it's just, to me, it was a dream come true. It was like I can work the steps around getting at the why of that. What in my childhood, what in my teenage years, what traumas came up that led there. And in the same way that not wanting to use anymore worked for me by connecting with other folks in rooms like this, getting at what's this feeling of imposter or anxiety, or all of a sudden I don't feel right. What is it all about? So I'm just saying there's rooms just for that, you know. So that's it.
No, I think one of the biggest gifts I've been given is like I'm not, and thank you, because I'm not afraid of the truth today. Like I'm just not afraid of the truth. If that's what I need to hear, that's what I need to do to, you know, like what I mean, like willingness is half the fucking battle, right?
100%. I'm just glad you came here all fucked up. Because if you were on top of the world, this show would be terrible. So thank you.
I didn't know you were gonna like fucking hit me with the like the side door imposter syndrome. Like let's get into this. But I love you so.
No, you did fucking great. Let's hear it for Zack. I really, really appreciate it. Let's you guys slide down and let's bring up Carl Radke of Summer House. Let's hear it for Carl. Is Carl still here? Where's Carl? There he is, Carl Radke. From Soft Bar, Loverboy, Summer House. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Brother. Did you guys hear Carl on the show last week? Some of you heard Carl on the show last week.
Thank you, Dave.
So what do you think about your first DopeyCon first?
It's been incredible. I mean, I've heard some crazy stories that make me feel a lot better. How
about Zack, letting it all hang out?
I love Zack. I've known Zack a couple years now. It's great to see him, and I've been a big fan of Hank since I was a little kid. So this is awesome. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Now, Carl is on this giant reality show called Summer House. I didn't even introduce Zack. He was on the fucking Bachelorette. He won the Bachelorette. And I want to talk about what it is to be that vulnerable in front of the world and get sober.
I mean, it's been a journey, to say the least. I mean, I've been on Summer House about 9 years now, and I didn't get sober until season number 5. So it took a while, and honestly, like there's no other way for me to be on Summer House if I'm not, I can't do it if I'm not sober. And I've been sat down by the network executives. I was told to go to rehab. I didn't go to rehab. But no, I mean, I feel like I was called here for a reason, to like be on this show and share my story, be really honest, show you can go through some shit, get through some shit, and have a fruitful life. So,
yeah, Zack, when you watch as a reality TV star, if you've ever watched reality TV, are you ever like, holy shit, how do they do it? Like even though you were in it, when you watch it, can you see what you went through? Like knowing Carl, do you relate? Like, are you guys war wounded people together?
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. I mean, like the thing about me is I don't really watch TV. So.
All right, no need to brag about your TV watching.
I watch all this stuff.
Let's get into do you watch reality shows, Hank?
I do watch reality shows.
Did you ever see The Bachelorette or Summer House?
I've not seen Summer House. I have seen The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. And most importantly, Bachelor in Paradise.
What about Love Island? Do you guys watch Love Island?
The UK version, yes.
Aurora, stand up. Where's my friend Aurora? Aurora, did she leave? There's Aurora. She's the producer on Love Island. Let's hear it for Aurora. Okay. Now, how do you cope with being the only sober person in that crazy house?
I mean, I take pride in it because I was such a fucking mess before this. You know, I had producers taking drinks out of my hands. I was doing coke, you know, in the bathroom in between filming. I just been feeling very lucky that I still get to do what I get to do. But I was sharing this with someone earlier, and part of what made my whole experience on Summer House so unbelievable challenging was I got a call back in 2020. My brother had overdosed, and I was camera in my face while filming the show, and that was like, I mean, tragic for our family, tragic for my brother, obviously, but to film a reality show while learning that information was one of the most surreal things I've ever been through. And if anybody is interested, it's an episode that does air. It did air on TV, but I didn't get sober right away from that. I used that as an excuse to go get fucked up, to do drugs, to drink, to do crazy shit. I even went to the bar in between the funeral, and got hammered and was doing coke. So something as tragic as that, I went through it on reality TV, but I still did not get sober right away. It took me another year to finally fall to my knees, hit rock bottom, actually call a friend who's got me to come to this here tonight. So
amazing. And Carl went through this horrendous. He was engaged on Summer House, and the engagement got broken off on the show, and the world came after Carl. And you had to stay sober, and you had to walk around in this city. And how did you deal with it?
I mean, it was one of the hardest things I've ever been through, next to losing my brother. The day that we broke up, I actually went to a hotel down the street. We didn't live too far from here, but in Gramercy Park. And I used to, when we fought, I would go to a hotel and check in and get some space. And I went to this hotel after we broke up, and the cameras were there filming. But I'm now at the hotel, no cameras. And I was disheveled. I was crying. I was just looked very sad. And the hotel guy goes, I didn't even have a reservation. I was like, I need a room. I probably looked like a total fucking idiot. He's like, you need a reservation. I'm like, I don't care. Give me something. He gave me a key. I checked in. 2 seconds later, I get a knock. And it was like the door or the bell guy with a bottle of wine and a glass. And in that moment, I don't know what I thought of my brother. I thought of all the work I had done. I said, no, I don't drink. And I just closed the door. So it's a true story. And that would have been like my perfect fucking moment. Like, I'm in my hotel room. I got a bottle of wine. I had money in my pocket. It was like one of those moments that, I'm really proud of myself. But yeah, I mean, I had paparazzi outside my apartment and shit. But I just knew that, I had support. A guy that got me here, Joe Schrank. I don't know if anybody knows Joe Schrank. He's been a super support to me throughout this breakup, and it's been a big sponsor for me, and actually how I found out about Dopey. So I've been listening to Dopey for about a year now, so I'm new. So thank you for welcoming me.
Joe brought us Hank also. Hank came, and Joe was supposed to be here, but he got stranded in San Francisco. But, we love Joe. Joe is a big Dopey.
And Joe's done a lot of stuff with Andy Cohen on Bravo. So I've seen Joe be like the guest sober bartender. So Bravo's starting to integrate some more sober, stories and
they have
things.
to. If they don't, they're going to be fucked.
Yeah, true.
They totally have to. Listen, you guys, I think this was way more honest and real, and it kind of blew me away. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you having Release support our thing so much, and I appreciate you being in the spot. And Hank is a mensch. Hank brings me, he gives me sandwiches, we talk about recovery, but thank you guys very much. And I don't know if there's anything else you want to say before we're done with this talk show segment. Do you think I could be a real talk show host?
I think you can.
Hank? No.
I think I just went butter blind.
All right, thank you. Get out of here. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you. It's awesome. Thanks. Dude, fucking killing it. Thank you. Mr. Azaria, thank you. You're beautiful. Yes. Next preseason starts tomorrow. Who's ready? Who's ready? Next preseason starts tomorrow. Anybody? Devin? There's Devin. I don't know what we're doing now. What are we doing? Oh, thank God. Okay. Where's Linda? Linda. This is my lovely partner, Linda. Everybody, Linda stopped coming on the show because who loves Linda on the show, by the way? Linda, why don't you come on the show anymore? How do you think it's going so far?
I'm just going to read my...
How do you think this thing is going so far?
Wow. It's pretty good. It's good.
Linda wrote a thing. You going to write the thing? One more time for Linda, please.
Sorry, I have to write everything down because I get anxious. So, 2 weeks ago, my tooth fell out while I was eating some spinach. I was feeling very healthy about my food up until that point. I soon found myself in the dentist chair with a nitrous mask blasting sweet air up my nose. The woman told me she had it at medium strength and to let her know if it was too strong or if I needed it stronger. The minute my mouth was full of drills and my nose took over, I entered into a trip riddled with distorted insight. I quickly figured out the true relationship between the dentist and the hygienist, and I also concluded that my teeth were not in their best interest. I waved my arms for them to stop, and once I began sharing my mouth with my nose, reality seeped back in. In a deep voice, I asked them to lower the gas, and then began laughing like a loon, sharing that Dave would have killed me if he knew I'd turned that shit down. While this is a far cry from a Dopey story, the humor that swirls around all 499 episodes of Dopey often takes you on a similar funhouse mirror trip. It brings new perspective to what is destructive, dangerous, and often deadly by knocking down old walls and building them back up with color, music, bad jokes, and a lot of laughter. There are also 2 episodes which for me holds tremendous weight, the kind that sits on your chest, grabs at your guts, and pierces your mind. Episode 138 was when we learned that one of my favorite people, Todd Curry, had died. And not much later, in episode number 142, we got the horrible news about Chris. As it often goes with shock, following a traumatic, unexpected loss, the news takes on a surreal, nightmarish, wake-me-when-it's-over type feel. A fog soon settles in to protect our brains while we wait for things to make sense. And as we all know, that time never comes. As much as we know about addiction, we can never educate our hearts to not break when our loved one is gone. Watching and listening to Dave sit at the microphone and convey the news of Todd and Chris's passing to the Dopey Nation was when it all became real for me. I also knew the people listening would grieve with Dave and each other, understanding these losses better than anyone else. This community was the place Dave needed to go, and they quickly came together to support one another as they have continued to do time and time again. I want to now present this year's memorial video. Mothers, fathers, children, sisters, brothers, family, and friends will be honored along with every person who has lost their battle. We see you. The candles we light tonight represents our loved one's spirit and their light that will forever reside within all of us. So please take out your candles. And if you were given a lighter, please light your candle and then pass it on. Just keep passing it on. And we're going to start the memorial video.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change?
Let's hear it for Twan, everybody. Thank you. Namaste, Twan. I was against doing the sound bowl meditation last year, and when the sound filled this room, it's like, I don't know, it's like drugs without drugs, which is fantastic. And this year, Twan has been on the show like 3 times. You've killed it every time. You've really helped the Dopey Nation. So thank you, Twan.
Thank you.
And how about the Zooms, Twan?
Love the Zooms. Love connecting with everybody on the Zooms and just knowing that people out here can connect with each other in any way that they shape or form, wherever they are in the recovery. And it's just great to see everybody so raw and vulnerable. And yeah, it's just lovely to meet all of you. Especially here today, just seeing all of you online and then in here in person is just amazing. So thank you.
How about Zack Clark getting so vulnerable a la Twan?
Amazing. Amazing. And thanks for bringing me up.
I couldn't help it. No, thank you, Twan.
Thanks.
When did you start playing the Crystal Bowl?
When I was hired by Mountainside.
Amazing.
Mountainside taught me everything about the crystal bowls and a lot about sound healing, energy healing, all of that stuff. So, yeah.
Let's hear it for Twan. Fucking Twan. And I want to say that Twan comes to our Wednesday morning Zoom. And there's a bunch of people here who come to our Wednesday morning Zoom, and I'm happy you guys are here. And then our Beach Bum people, I mean, it's very cool to actually know you guys. And the people that I know in here, I know a lot of you guys. I want you to raise your hand, I'm just curious, if you've been on the show. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Give it up for these guys who have made the show so fucking good. And, also, I want to give it up for the writers in the house. Suki Jones. If you wrote a book, raise your hand. Suki Jones. Where's fucking Erin Khar? Billy Jenson. John Joseph. I think he took off to watch the Mets. Steve Schneider's working on a new sex memoir. I'm really excited for that. And coming up next, where's Vinny? Skinny Vinny is the sidekick on the Steve-O show. However, that's not how we met him. I don't even know how we met Skinny Vinny. All I know is he did a phone call episode of Dopey that rocked the world. Who listened to Skinny Vinny on Dopey? He lived in a porta potty in rural Connecticut for how long?
Check. I was living in that thing for almost 3 years.
How is that possible?
The thing about it was it was just big enough for me to lay down, and I was chilling. I considered it my own studio apartment. I had my own bathroom, I was chilling.
You're like roughing it. And this is your first DopeyCon?
My first DopeyCon,
What are your observations?
I am having an amazing time, and I will be back next year if you will have me.
Let's hear it for Skinny Vinny. Skinny Vinny is gonna tell a story and run a slideshow. So we need to get the lights. Louis?
No, you can leave the lights, just hit the lights when the videos start.
Huh?
You can leave the lights on until the videos start.
Very good, very good.
Yeah. First of all, Lord, please forgive me for this video I'm about to show. I say that because you guys are gonna see some shit. Okay, I wanna get serious. Raise your hand if you guys know what a prison pocket is. A prison pocket. Wow, there really are some sick fucks in this room. For those of you who don't know what a prison pocket is, a prison pocket is another term for a person's anus. The prison safe, the safest place in your cell to keep drugs, shanks, and other contraband during cell inspections. And I'm telling you this because I have had to use my prison safe, my prison pocket, multiple times. The first time, I was heavily addicted to heroin. And when I say heavily addicted, back to the porta potty, I was in that thing for almost 3 years shooting dope, just totally comfortable. And this time with the prison pocket, I knew that I had to turn myself in to go to jail. And I needed to train my butthole because I knew that I needed to get as much drugs into that jail so I could be comfortable and not be dope sick for as long as I can. So I pretty much trained my anus to fit as much drugs as I could. A couple weeks worth of heroin, a bunch of Xanax bars, a couple grams of tobacco, a couple things of rolling paper, and a needle. And I got that fucking package in with no problem. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it happened. And I turned myself in, and that thing was so far up there that I got past the guards. I had to bend over and cough, and they didn't see shit. And that's something that I'm very proud of. So, fast forward a bunch of years, I turned my life around. I'm coming up on 7 years sober, and thank you. And I turned my life around, and somehow I managed to weasel my way into Hollywood, and all these amazing people in my life. Novak, you're one of them. Love you, dog. And I'm hanging out with Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O, and somehow my story of the prison pocket comes up. And Knoxville is so impressed with this story. Till this day, he still calls me Prison Pocket Vinny. And I wear that shit like a badge of honor. I am so proud of that. And then Steve-O and we go on tour in Australia, and Steve just can't get the story of the prison pocket out of his mind. So he goes, yo, Vinny dog, could we recreate the prison pocket? And I'm not gonna say no to camera time. But being a sober guy, I can't be sticking drugs and needles up my butt anymore. So we do the next best thing. Go to the local convenience store in Australia, buy a bunch of household items. So what you see there is a few Skittles to represent the Xanax, a few sheets of paper to represent the rolling papers, a couple AAA batteries for no reason, a couple espresso pods, and a pen to represent the needle. And I promise you that this package was way bigger than the one I put up my butt when I went to jail. Yeah, and I was shocked too. And so we find ourselves on a balcony at a hotel in Australia with a gorgeous sunset. And I'm butt naked, lathering up the package with lube, lathering up my butthole, and I got that one up there pretty fucking easily too. Hit the lights.
Enough heroin to last me 2 weeks, some rolling tobacco, the zigzag papers, and a hypodermic needle.
We have 5 Skittles, 4 sheets of paper, 3 AAA batteries, 2 espresso pods, and we've got 1 pen representing the needle.
That's pretty on point. That's like the size of my butthole.
Who would have thought that would get so big?
I did. We had a $120 shopping bill.
There's got to be a pretty good chance that just doesn't even fit, right?
Do you want me to do it instead?
Yeah, I'm not letting you steal this thunder.
God, what a beautiful sunset.
Just the reservoir tip is hanging out, but you're in.
But I'm in.
Now what's the next step?
Do you want to FaceTime your girl?
No.
You could hit the lights. Oh man, I love that reaction every time. Thank you. So Steve was so proud. He was like a proud dad, you know, and he was so excited. He wanted to go celebrate, and he goes, yo, dudes, let's go bowling. And I'm like, with this thing up my butt, and he's like, yeah, dude, why not? And it turns out I'm a fantastic bowler when I have a giant package up my butt. Hit the lights.
My wrist is bad. Lenny is the champion. Vinny just crushed everybody with a convenience store up his ass.
I sure fucking did. Thank you. After bowling, he comes up with an even better idea. He's like, yo, Vinny, dude, why don't you keep that thing up your butt for 24 hours? And then we go to an emergency room so you can get the most epic x-ray so you could bring it home and show your mom. I was like, dude, that idea is epic. I'm down. So I keep the thing up my butt for 24 hours. And we go to the emergency room and we get to the receptionist and I start naming off. I'm like, hey, I'm on tour with Steve. We put some things up my butt. And I start naming things off, you know, the pens, Skittles, and the doctor's like giggling. But once I said that I had 3 AAA batteries up my butt, that's when it got pretty serious. And not one time within these 24 hours did me and my stupid buddies think it would be a bad idea to put batteries up my butt. Actually, I'll just let Steve tell the story. Lights.
The next day, we took him to the hospital where he explained what was going on.
I'm on tour with Steve-O from Jackass. I have stuff up my butt.
It wasn't cheap, but we got him an x-ray, and you can see the whole outline of that package. Amazing. And after we got the x-ray, we went to the venue. Vinny pooped it out.
Oh, it came out!
Oh, it did?
It came out!
Wow, sick.
Thank fucking God.
Unwrapped everything, ate the Skittles.
Down the hatch.
Drank the coffee, wrote a 4-page note to his mom.
Dear Mom, the boys and I are having a blast in Australia. You should have seen the sunset off the balcony as I stuffed this huge packet up my butt.
And then we put the 3 AAA batteries into a scale we asked a fan to bring to the venue. 82.2. Okay.
132. The weight loss journey starts after this.
Lights. And like I said, Steve-O was like a proud father. He was so stoked for me. And so what he did was he texted Knoxville to see if Knoxville remembered the story of my prison pocket. And Knoxville sent a text back saying this. Slide. Do I remember the story of Vinny's prison pocket? How dare you? I have thought of nothing else since that day. I love you too, Steve-O, but not as much as Vinny's prison pocket. And when he sent that, that was one of the proudest moments of my fucking life. And it's funny how life works. It goes full circle. I used to put stuff up my butt because I was so addicted to heroin. Now I put stuff up my butt because I'm so addicted to attention. I can't help myself. I'm a fucking attention whore. And if you guys were wondering what that x-ray looked like, slide. That's one fucking epic x-ray, and let me tell you, my mom, she was super proud. And I actually have prints of the x-ray at the merch table. Go check it out. That's my time, guys.
Thank you, Vin. Let's hear it for Vinny and the prison pocket. Now, I just want to say, Vinny and Steve-O went to eat at Katz's. I called them up, bought Steve-O a fucking omelet, and is he at DopeyCon? No. Will he come on the show? No. Is he an anti-Semite? Maybe. Maybe. But I have another announcement. This is Jose Tavares. Jose, come up here. Jose is a meat cutter at Katz's. And Jose today had a baby girl. Her name is Isabella. Let's hear it for Jose. And there's more news. All right, get out of here, Jose. Go get the fucking sandwiches. And there's more news. Where's Austin and Mars? Austin came to DopeyCon last year, shot coke, fucking fell out in the shower, dislodged his shoulder, and then went through recovery, rebuilding trust. Austin, stand up. Mars, stand up. This year, he came to DopeyCon, he proposed to Mars, and she insanely said yes. So let's hear it for Austin and Mars. It's incredible. Babies and families, it's so beautiful. What a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And up next is my dear friend John Bukaty, and I've got more schmaltziness. John celebrated 16 years of sobriety. This week, he said, Dave, can you get me a coin? So I am the most sober person I know, and I got John Bukaty a coin. Happy 16, John.
Thank you.
And now John Bukaty is going to paint his recovery.
Testing? Oh, here we go. Thank you, Dave. Wow. Where do I begin? I did not know I was getting that. I do remember saying that, but I appreciate that. This means everything to me. I love physical objects that help me see things clearer. Well, I was going to do this whole painting, but after that last bit, I think I'm going to shove all this paint up my ass and spray it on the canvas. What do you think? Just kidding. Sorry for that visual, but I had to say it. My name is John Bukaty. I'm a recovering alcoholic with ADD and dyslexia and all these labels, or, I'm just John. And throughout these years, the labels helped me, and then they hurt me, and now I'm just fucking John. And we're all human having this experience, and I'm really honored to be a part of this nation and how organic it happened. How about the 500th episode, for real? That's incredible. And I saw so many people in service volunteering. Raise your hand if you helped. That's incredible. There's a lot of people who aren't raising their hands, but yes. And so I wasn't going to read this, but now I'm going to try to read it because I was going to try to memorize it. I won't be talking about shrooming. I won't be talking about blackjacking, bee-bombing, clam baking, Belushing, benders, chasing the dragon, dusting, K-holing, or mainlining. I won't be talking about plugging, boofing, sexting, sextasy, shooting the breeze, snorting, space monkeying, triple stacking, whacking, seabagging, DMT, foiled, gooned, grogged, pickled, spun, or twisted. I won't do any of that. But what I am going to share with you is my recovery in I even have a timer up there, don't I? No timer, but I'll be quick. Dave put me from 14 minutes to 12, 10, then he pushed me to 8, I swear to God, and then he almost bumped me. So I'm glad I got this space. But I'm going to tell you my story very quickly in a different way, in color. So my story starts at a bottom, and it's very dark. And that's, I think, raise your hand if your bottom was dark, even if you had a high bottom. It felt really dark. I lost my friend to suicide because of this disease. I lost my dad to cancer. I lost my gallery. I lost my car. I had psychosis and paranoia, all in a matter of 2 months. It happened that fast. And obviously the history of my bottle a day or all the things I was doing was obviously led up to it, but I couldn't see it. I thought the whole thing was, happening to me and I was special. But thank God for all that, because I found some kind of surrender and I hit my knees and I asked God, please. I had never asked God for anything. I was an atheist. And something happened. I stopped drinking and I got this moment of clarity. And so I started what I felt like, because of AA, I got this foundation. And I got this foundation of people through doing a 90 and 90, through doing what people said. I'm like shaking, not a good thing for painting. But what I like to compare it to is cooperation. I started cooperating, And I didn't ever in my life cooperate. I never, ever listened to people who said they had a better way. I always wanted to do it my way. So I left this foundation, you know, and it worked. It freaking worked. And when you see the results of something like that, you keep going. Then I got woo-woo, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get spiritual, and I'm going to listen to all these people that have special powers. And that kind of worked, and I kind of did the things. And like I say, with spirituality, it's spiritual, it's a ritual. So I don't know if I hit anything spiritual, but I just did the rituals of meditation, and I did the things that were supposedly rituals. I did breath work, I did meditation, I worked with others, and I got comfortable, and it was very uncomfortable. Being still, I could not sit still. And I think this program teaches you that you can actually just sit here and listen to other people and how painful their story is. You can sit in the stillness and you get this bandwidth. And for me, that was the beginning of my spirituality. And it took a lot of courage. At this point, I talk about more darkness because I couldn't outthink this thing. It kept following me. I didn't know what it was. Some call it a whack-a-mole. It just kept changing shape. I gained 40 pounds. I got very angry. I got divorced. Every time I would do something to handle this nervous system that could not sit still in my skin, I kept trying to do things with outside. You know, I had to take the right vitamin or do the right thing and fix whatever it was. It turned into Al-Anon. I was fixing people. I couldn't just be okay being okay. And so I was very frustrated. And, you know, I didn't paint the colors of that, but it was dark. And painting and talking is not that easy. But I do want to share that with you because even in my 16 years of sobriety, with divorce and everything that has happened, it's been very painful. And it's moved into different things, like, you know, like shit that I can't control. And so at that point, I needed to do something different. And I needed to really bring in people into my life and just let go. So Tuan, come up here. Come up here. Hurry up, because I'm feeling really nervous about Dave and his time pressure. So I want you to just start putting paint on there. And I realized someone else, I said, come up here. Who wants to? Yeah, you. And so you just start putting it. What I did was I brought in people to help me. Who wants to come up here? Who wants to come up here? Come up here. Just those colors. There's a madness. Yeah, red and yellow and pink. And what I realized when I brought in a community of people, then I was able to do what I love my whole life, which is play. And we discount the healing powers of play. We get out of our head and we just play. Look at kids, it's so free. And I started touching base with my old inner child, and what I do is play. It's fun. Sometimes I just throw paint around, or I do that, and it's very important. Is it fun? Yeah. Yes. So, that being said, I needed a community. I needed to loosen the fuck up, lighten up, and be fun. And rigidity is like a mental illness. And so all of a sudden, if you put good guardrails on and get in a good community, you can have fun. And so that was that was an important part. And then at the end of a couple years ago, after I really did some deep work, I realized, okay, you guys can slow down. This is about me too. I realized that I had all these parts, all these people inside of me. I had a little kid, I had a husband, I had a dad. I was this person who had different opinions, and that I needed all of them to work everything out with each other. And that's when I realized how to, have you ever heard the book No Bad Parts? And you start realizing you can put these things together and blend them together. Now I'm going to ask you to leave because I have boundaries. But here, I give you an original piece of artwork and a rag to clean your finger. And take that. And I'm going to finish this up. We should be at time, and I'm just going to blend this together. The best part of this is all you have to do is give me a big applause at the end like it looks good, because this could be a terrible painting, but it would look really good on a podcast. So I'm going to blend to music. I'm going to tell you as I'm talking what has like transpired. Go ahead. What has transpired in the last couple years as I keep putting more and more into the artwork and the sobriety is that I get words like vibration and frequency, and I have synchronicities, and I get these cosmic moments where things that happen to me don't make any sense. They're so beautiful. And it's an attraction, not a promotion, but it takes somewhat of a surrender, and it takes somewhat of a leap of faith. And I found myself in recovery, which I never, ever wanted to do. Who would want to be in this situation knowing what you have to go through to get there? And at some point in my life, I found some sort of, drop gloss are important. I found some sort of peace through blending everything together. And I found that the more I put in, the more I get out, and the more I take care of myself, the more that I get to do things that are fun and healthy. And the craziest part is, I always wanted to be like the guy who gives things. But what I didn't realize is you can't give it away unless you have it yourself, or whatever the quote is. I think you can't give it away unless you transmute it yourself. And that has been the hardest part for me, is giving it away. And so I've been striving to be more of a giving person every day. I don't know how it happens, except that when I take care of myself, other people show up and give me an opportunity to be of service like this, and give me an opportunity to give things away. And I feel like this is just the beginning. I feel like I will have more turmoil, because that's part of life, and watching death and watching people pass through this earth, and they don't do as well as some others. I'll never understand that. But I never saw myself in this position. And now I'm just talking to finish this painting.
talk.
Maybe we're here to listen a little more. Thank you. I want to give it to you. I want to give that to you.
Well, I'm going to take it. Listen, let's hear it for John Bukaty. I don't think it was in the time limit, but it was way better than I ever could have thought it would be. And I walk around my town and I'm on the phone with John for many hours a week. I mean, we probably talk on the phone like 7 hours a week. And he's never been that spiritual on the phone as he was just now. John, that was incredible. Let's hear it for John. Thank you so much. Up next, we have the finale of the Stash Word. But before we do it, where's Brian? Brer Brian Homa is a musical genius. Dopey Tuesday, Good Morning Dopey, the Dopey theme song, Dopaleo, One Day at a Dopey, Dopey She Wrote, and the list goes on and on. Let's hear it for Brian, he's a fucking genius. Also, I want to, Linda, stand up for the crowd. Linda, come on. This is my beautiful partner, Linda. If I proposed at DopeyCon, you'd want to get married? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not proposing at DopeyCon. Crazy? I'm not getting a tattoo, and I'm not proposing at DopeyCon. But Linda, thank you. This whole thing is, it's all because Linda's such an amazing partner. So let's hear it for Linda. That's very nice. That's very nice. And then Tattoo Chris is gonna give away free tattoos. After this, we're gonna eat Katz's. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna do the fucking Stash Word finale. It's, I believe it's, who won? Did you guys win? You guys didn't win. It's Handsome Evan and Lenny from the Beach versus Rachel Nicole and Brittany Jade in the one-on-one duel, the two-on-two duel. Then my dad is gonna say something, and then we're gonna eat. So let's go Stash Word finale. This is it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You ready to take on the Long Island Fuckos?
Yes.
All right, ladies go first. Who's giving, who's receiving? You're guessing? Yeah. Turn around, I got you. You put on a parka for the event? Yes. It's summer.
I think it's fall now.
You guys ready? I don't have the bell. Fuck. You guys have the bell? I think I lost Domer's bell. Here we go. Who thinks Stash Word is working? Does anybody think Stash Word is working? Diana, you don't think that? Larry, what do you think? Let's hear it for Larry. Fucking Larry. All right.
Keep coming.
And Anthony Spaghetti. Anthony Spaghetti, his fucking alarm goes off during the fucking meeting. Shameful, Anthony. All right. You ready?
Ready.
You feel confident?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a little poll. Who thinks the fuckos from Long Island are gonna win?
Let's go, baby!
And who thinks the influencers from all over the place are gonna win? All right, Erin is very excited. It's very exciting. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go.
Your 60 seconds
this on?
start in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, crack and heroin, and you shoot it. Upper and a downer together.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, pass.
I was an alcoholic,
Pass.
guys.
Me. Okay, I'm. What
You
kind
have
of?
45 seconds.
Pass. Okay, ice. What else is it called? The real
Meth?
name. Yep. Okay. Walter White. What is he from?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, people take this when they want to study and stay up a lot.
Adderall.
Blank the Pooh. Disney character.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie.
This is when you take a lot of medicine
15
from the
seconds.
store. What do you? No. You okay? You take a lot of like I can't say the fucking cough medicine. You take a lot of cough medicine from CVS, and you
NyQuil.
Nope. It's like oh, she can't
Pass.
say it.
I can't.
Your time is up. Your time is up.
That's 4. 4 is pretty good. 4 is pretty good. All right, who's guessing? Who's guessing? Evan, you're gonna guess again?
Yes. He's gonna guess.
You think that was that successful when you guessed last time?
I think it was. We're still up here, so I guess it was that.
Okay. Take it easy, handsome Evan. That's good.
Handsome Evan, ladies and gentlemen. This guy can't breathe, bro.
Hey, you're choking me out over here. What's up? Oh, there we go.
There it is. Much better.
It's all right, I guess. It's all right.
Your 60 seconds start in 3, 2, 1.
Pass. We used to go into this as a dope head when we didn't have any.
Say it again?
We used to go into this when we didn't have any drugs, and we'd be very
Withdrawal.
sick. Yes. It makes your head feel really big and your voice go really high, and you
45
inhale
seconds.
it.
Helium.
Another one.
Nitrous.
Yes. Head. It's the name of a band. Head blank. I'm. Never mind. Pass.
30 seconds.
What is this? Pass. We do it. Pass. Oh God. Another form of Adderall.
Vyvanse.
Close, but another one. And keep going.
Pass.
15
I
seconds.
went here a bunch of times to get clean.
Rehab.
There you go. Pass. Oh my God, it's got claws and it's a bug and it'll eat you and
It's a bug?
Yeah, it's got wings and it's got like scythe.
Pass.
Your time is up. Your time is up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the influencers won. Congratulations. Hold on.
Let the ladies have it. I feel like we were set up.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wait, hold on, ladies.
That one's gonna be on 4.
You get the stash word. Team champion medals. You guys were so bad. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations. Your stash word team champions, Brittany Jade. You're welcome. And Rachel Elizabeth Slocum. Did I call you Rachel Nicole Slocum? I apologize. I called her the wrong name last time. All right, thank you very much. All right, now I guess people are eating already. I guess it's too late. Dad, you want to say something before it's over? Okay, I just want to say this. Every year we do DopeyCon, and every year I blame my father for my heroin addiction. And that's not going to change this year. I just want to make that clear before we start. Dad, you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. David said, Dad, why don't you think of something to say of what DopeyCon 500 means to me? My opening line is, it's very hard to be a parent. I am flabbergasted of what this character has done, and I'm flabbergasted by all of you, people coming from England and California, and I wonder, well, why do you come? And I did think about this. It's because you need each other, and you help each other, and you become more than you were before. And it's very, very beautiful. And I got my son back because of Dopey.
No crosstalk, Larry.
He's still a pain in the neck, though. I mean, anyway, I'm very happy you're here, and I'm very happy that David and lots of you are feeling great about yourselves, and keep it up. And I hope next year is better. Linda put up 30 more photos this year than last year. 30 more. And I hope it stops, and blessings to you. Everybody, stay strong, Dopey Nation, and toodles for Chris.
Thank you, Doug. Very nice. Now you go. Go. Thank you. The man responsible for my heroin addiction, ladies and gentlemen. Just go sit down. Go relax.
I just want to say there is no show without you guys. I mean, there's a show, but I probably wouldn't still be doing it. I love doing this show. You know that. Kevin, that man with the hoodie, texted me this morning. He texts me every morning. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Kevin from the beach texted me this morning, and he said, "Thank you for fighting the good fight." But I'm not fighting the good fight. I just do this because I like to. And it just so happens that it does something else that's good. This is not a fight for me. I fought to get sober, and I love to stay that way. And like what John said, I live to pass it on, you know? And I'm so grateful you guys came here. I'm glad we're going to eat, and we're going to play. Everybody had their own favorite version of Good So Bad, but the overwhelming favorite is none other than our boy Jake from West Virginia. So I want to introduce our new band, Jake and the Dopes, Holy Apostles, Ray Brown, the great Cormac, fucking Jake from West Virginia. Let's hear it for Heart Attack Doug, ladies and gentlemen, formerly known as Chubby Doug. And welcome Doug and John Takeif with the hits Muffin Man, Methadone, the Fat Albert song is John Takeif, not to mention Titty Meat. John brought it for years. Thank you guys. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking toodles for Chris.
Around the world, I wonder would it do me any good until I get some money in my pockets. Then I guess I'll just have to walk around my neighborhood. I want to be good so bad, want to be so good, so bad, so bad. I want to be good so bad. Bad desire's all I ever had.
I want to take a ride up in the sky, watch those aeroplanes just pass me by. I want to see a Lear jetliner take a dive, just to show all of those people what it means to be alive. And I want to be good so bad. I want to be so good, so bad, so bad. I
I wanna be good so bad. Bad desire's all I ever had. And my shadow's getting smaller and smaller. And it's high noon. Yeah, just sing it. My shadow's getting smaller and smaller. And it's high noon where I stand. And I wonder would they pay it any mind when I leave this busted city far behind. I'll take the high road, however far it winds, because peace and love are very, very, very hard to find. And I wanna be good so bad. I wanna be so good, so bad, so bad. I wanna be good so bad. That desire's all I ever had. And it's all I ever had. And it's all I ever had. And it's all I ever had. And these suckers make me mad. And it's all I ever had. And I want to call my dad. It's all I ever had. It's all I ever had. And it's all I ever had. And these suckers make me mad. And it's all I ever had. I want to call my dad. And it's all I ever had. And it's all I ever had. Wait. Somebody turn on this mic for a sec loud. Where's Abbey Fickley? Is Abbey here or did she leave? Abbey Fickley. It's Abby's 30th birthday, so we're singing her fucking happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. All right, everybody eat and have fun. Thank you.